Oh, nice stomp to the midsection, and Shawn Spears is out. I'm checking here. The video is, I don't know. I don't know at this point. I'm sure I'll get a text from somebody. Oh, the audio is back on. Whoa. Oh, Will Hobbs took a nice bump there. He's having a good showing in this match. He's been kind of placed as a jobber in recent months, but he's got the size and look to, be better. But he's a little younger. He's a little green. So I think if he learns more, he could be a nice piece for AEW in the future. Oh, Murder Hawk Monster and Brian Cage going at it in the middle of the ring. The Machine and the Monster. Right in the center of the ring at AEW All Out during the Casino Battle Royale. It's coming down to the wire here. Oh, and a back kick, up kick. Nice right. Oh, super kick by Brian Cage. Oh, and a big boot by Archer. Uh-oh. Archer going for the chokeslam on Brian Cage. Whoa, he flips around midair. And an up knee. Oh, and a super kick to Will Hobbs. Oh, that was awful. That was awful. Will Hobbs falling over the top rope. Here we go. Sidewalk slam. Hurricane Rana. Takedown. 619. Is Brian Cage calling for it? Brian Cage. Oh, Will Hobbs, make sure he stops that. Is Will Hobbs going to eliminate Brian Cage here in the Battle Royale? Whoa. Brian Cage almost went over. On the go. Oh, and there go Cage and Hobbs. Archer double drop kicks them, and they're both out. Right now we got Eddie Kingston, the Butcher, Lance Archer, and Matt Sydal. I'll tell you right now, if Lance Archer doesn't win, then I'll be disappointed. Here we go, Eddie Kingston. Oh, come on, Lance Archer. You got to get all these boys out of there. Get Butcher out of there. Leave me Archer, Kingston, and Sydal. Oh, and a nice mid-air cross body by the Butcher. That looked pretty nice. Oh, crack my neck. I've been moving. I've just been looking at the TV screen. What do we got there, technician? We're live? On this camera? We got audio? Oh, shoot. I didn't even know that. All right. Well, I guess we're back live now. We had a little technical issue. I believe it was caused by someone named Robbie. I can't confirm that, but I've been here the whole time. I don't know. There we go. Oh, man. What do you got left? Sydal, Kingston, and Archer, which I would have had in. Sydal is eliminated. Right now you got Kingston and Archer. And Kingston, whoa, there goes Lance Archer over the top rope. Oh, they're on the apron, dueling it out, giving each other the goods. Just got to share this link out with a couple pals. Here we go. Uh-oh, it looks like Archer's about to be out of there. Uh-oh, he's fighting off Butcher and the Blade. Oh, Kingston's biting off Archer's ear. Not literally, but it's wrestling. They're still dueling it out on the apron. And Lance Archer wins the Casino Battle Royal. Little bit too long. I think it was a little bit of an overbooked mess, in my opinion. Too much stuff going on, too many spots, too much all over the place. I get it's a Casino Battle Royale, but if you want to catch a couple, if you want to take a couple pics of me, a little candid ones, I will greatly appreciate that. Lance Archer winning the Battle Royal here. Will he go on to get a title picture or a title shot? Who knows? I'd like him in the title picture. He's what are you, like 6'8" or something from Hearn, Texas? Used to be a quarterback. Imagine a quarterback of that size. He is a legit monster, the Murder Hawk Monster. What this win entails for him, I think he should get a title shot. He beat some pretty good opponents in there, some other top-notch talent in AEW, mostly tag teams, but still good talent. In all elite wrestling. I think that's a good win for him to put him back on the map after losing to Cody for no apparent reason. I would have much rather had Archer have the title than Brody Lee. In my opinion, other people might have separate opinions on that. Gotta get in here. I gotta share. I can't say my number out loud for you to text me the link. Yeah, do that. It's gonna be. It should say Matt's iPhone or something like that. Just airdrop the link to me, and I should be able to get it. Because I gotta have my people watch it too. You know what I mean? And you know nothing about wrestling, so not even like you can sit here with me as Dan is off in Wonderland at his desk, I think. Probably eating his Domino's pizza. I'll tell you that. I tell you, I can't wait to eat. I am starving. Oh, man. I guess next up we have Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara in a broken rules match, whatever the hell that means. Matt Hardy, I thought he was going to be a lot better in AEW, but what they're doing with him is completely wasting him and his talent. Oh, broken rules. Now he's on the Jaguar Stadium, TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. I guess it's going to be a Falls Count Anywhere kind of a hardcore rules type of gimmick match. But I tell you, Matt Hardy, he's still in pretty good shape for what he is. But having him do all his gimmicks at once, he was partnered with Private Party, and now he's feuding against Sammy Guevara in a feud that just isn't needed. Just doesn't really make sense. Do you airdrop that gimmick for me? Oh, he tagged me in a post. You send me that? Here, I could just hand you my phone, or you can hand me your phone. I'll put my number in it. Oh no, you could. Well, boy, that live stream works pretty quick. I just saw myself catch a phone here. I was about to say it out loud. You can catch it? All right, look at that. 2 for 2 on the phone catches here tonight. I guess this match is Falls Count Anywhere, anything goes type of gimmick. That Battle Royal was all over the place. So far, this pay-per-view, I could really care less about. The Tooth and Nails match, it was all right for what it is, but I would never, ever have that kick off a show. And then you get an overbooked Battle Royale. And then you get this, which is just, it's another hardcore anything goes type of all over the place match. So far tonight, we haven't had any traditional wrestling matches in the ring. You know, so far it's been a match inside a dentist office, a Battle Royale, and now you have a match that's right now on a forklift, whatever that is, a lift. Someone's going to get slammed through some tables. All right, well, I'm guessing this one's you. Is that the real link? Doesn't look like a link. Oh, it's a link. I'll trust you. Well, I guess some people are texting me that this match is not that good. Matt Hardy had a pretty tough landing. I got to see the replay on that as I was sharing my live stream link so more of my pals can watch. Because some people don't like to buy the paper. Sometimes they like to do the watch along. Matt Hardy's career is on the line here. I can't even ask him. He doesn't even watch wrestling. I'm by myself. I can't even ask someone for backup on this. I gotta share this link out more. Trying to do a nice little retweet here. This match, very slow paced. Oh, geez. Matt Hardy might have a concussion. They got to end this. Oh, and then they got the cameras getting in the way of the other cameras. So you could see, oh, this match is a disaster. Are you kidding me? I guarantee you, Matt Hardy's got a concussion. He doesn't even know. Oh, God. That's it. Yeah, Matt Hardy's got a concussion. They got to stop this. This is a real injury. He hit his head hard on that big superplex. Yeah, that's a rough injury. Yeah, Matt Hardy missed the table and landed on the concrete. Wow. Oh, he hit the back of his head on the concrete. That's not good. That's a concussion. Wow. I saw the replay on my phone. Yeah, I don't think he knows where he is or who he is, what he is at this point. But he's definitely on Dream Street. I don't know why they have him standing right now. Put him in a chair. If you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. But he was stumbling. He couldn't stay on his feet. He couldn't throw a punch. They had to throw the X up. That's pretty rough. I hope he doesn't have any significant injuries other than a pretty good concussion. Because obviously they're not planning on his head hitting the concrete, which they throw it back to the announce table with JR, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur. But, man, that's tough. I really hope he's not hurt. Yeah, that was a scary bump. That's the stuff you don't want to see in professional wrestling at all. Hey, pal, if there's a body armor in the fridge over there, can you grab me one? I'm parched. If you go around like you're going to the front, it's in that room where all the storage is. But I'm parched. I've been talking since about doing shows about 12:30. I've gone through so many drinks today and I'm hungry. As we wait for the next match, as I'm not just spewing BS, they're showing the fans now. Now they're showing Matt Hardy walking back into the venue. He should not be walking back into this venue at all. And now he's still fighting with Sammy Guevara, as Matt Hardy should not be wrestling right now. He can't even stand on his own 2 feet. Oh, they restarted the match. This is not good. Sprite. I'll take a Sprite. Matt Hardy just landed on his head.
Did I miss anything?
Yeah. Well, technically not much. But Matt Hardy,
only half the show.
Matt Hardy just landed on the back of his head on the concrete.
Oh, Matt, I hope you're doing better, brother. It's about what my head feels
but listen
like
to
right
this.
about now.
So they threw up the X. They stopped the match. The doctor stopped it. And guess what they just did?
They continued it.
They restarted the match. And Matt Hardy doesn't even know where he is.
Neither do I.
Well,
Gabe is going to have to do some heavy-duty directing right about now because we're both going to be on camera for this exciting night of AEW. We're about, halfway through the show, but we got it to work. Gabe gave me the thumbs up. Now we're going to chat with you guys on, where are we?
YouTube Live. hang on.
That.
What's the name of the show?
AEW.
AEW Wrestling.
All Out.
Yeah.
Did I get it right?
It's all out. Whoa.
I'm all out. I'm all done is going to be the name of my pay-per-view. Maria, you're a sweet human being for hooking us up, love. Any of you other fine folks, if you knew the insanity that we had to deal with, and I tell you this, If it was not for that gentleman in the other room, Mr. Gabe Monzone, I don't think we would have figured the problem out because I kind of had an idea what was wrong. Geez, another big fall through a gimmicked wall, floor, pad, whatever it is. Do you think it's safe to say that gimmick has run its course? Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to share this link out because I was
share it out, baby. Now that we have a real one.
Yeah.
All right, who do we got? I see Maria. I see Guardian of Chaos. I see Yado, Two Blues. Hakami, am I saying that right? Little Jacob. Mr. Cave. We love you guys. I'm going to type it. We love you guys. Smartphone 3.0. Goon Guy Monkey. I don't know you. Cash DeVille. You're another new name. How are you guys doing tonight? Mr. USA Tony Atlas has left the building. Unfortunately, we did tape several episodes of Wrestling Insiders, and you don't even know this yet, Clark. Tony is coming back Friday.
Friday?
Yes. So, I mean, it really doesn't get much better than this. We're hungry. We're starved.
I tell you, I
have no idea where my phone is.
Well, you don't need it right now.
I probably smashed it, threw it, swearing at it.
It's all right.
How's it going, Dan? Let me tell you, Hakami. Hopefully, I'm not saying it too bad.
How do you spell it?
This has been a bad day since the moment, and I'm going to tell a friend of mine to watch this. From the moment I woke up this morning, it's been a bad day. I got rushed out the door. Not a bad thing. No heat on you. I had a text message that made my eyes almost come out of my socket. We had Tony, which is always an adventure. We had technical thrills galore. And now we have All Out. But Gabe saved the day. If he didn't figure out or tell me to switch one of those audio levers, I don't even know the terminology, we would have never had any sound.
Pots?
Pots? Pots like you cook in?
From pots.
What?
Pots.
What's pots?
The things you go up and down with.
Does that make any sense to you, what he just said, Gabe?
You didn't go to broadcasting school. What are you talking about?
School. All right.
So,
how can I buy the Hogan versus Andre? Little Jacob, the Hogan versus Andre is, what the hell is that? That's $40 plus 10 shipping. You can go to PayPal and you can send that to this email address, don't tell Gramps, at yahoo.com. It helps us keep the Wrestling Legends working so we can get Tony, Marty, Brutus, Beefcake. Wait until you see what I have planned for you guys in December. I may have confirmed 3 talents that have never been in this studio before in December. At least one is 100%. The other 2, we're just about locked in. And that's on top of a big fall of Tony, Marty, Brutus, Beefcake, new episodes with TJP, Demolition, Vicky Guerrero. We're trying to keep the Wrestling Legends working. We're trying to give you guys something a little different. Matt wants to do a regular talk show. We have someone else that's going to, I don't even want to say his name because I know who it is. He's going to be doing a weekly talk show here again with the Wrestling Insiders platform in Boston Wrestling Sports. I don't even want to say the name because it's going to get my blood pressure straight up.
Who is it going to be?
I think you already know. Little Jacob, do you ship to the UK? Yes, Little Jacob, it would have to be an extra $5 more because of the international rate for the shipping.
Well, as you always say, you got to make the town, right?
Autograph. Right. You're going to be making a lot. Well, you're going to make one town. We missed Vicky. Oh, she was on the pre-show. Okay, 802. Well, you know what? We're going to have Vicky Guerrero right here in this fine studio for a very interesting interview. I like Vicky an awful lot. Excuse me. Rick B., let me tell you, brother, for the amount of time we put in today, I'm very glad the sound worked because the boom that was about ready to come out of my voice, if we could not get that working.
We only missed 3 matches, too.
Salute.
Now we got Thunder Rosa versus Hikaru Shida.
That's
for the
whatever that means.
For the AEW Women's Championship, which is a little too small.
Is it unfair that Gabe cannot see the pay-per-view?
I'll tell you right now, he does not care.
Gabe, would you have liked to have seen this if you could? Or are you just shrugging your shoulders? He's got so many women texting him, he doesn't really care. He's not even going to hit the switch. But maybe next week or next time we do it, maybe we should put the TV over there so he could see if he wanted to?
I don't think he'll really care.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's speaking for you now, Gabe, too. I like that.
Will you care? No. See,
Gabe he's one of my people. I like Gabe, and I don't like many people.
like me.
Yeah, you're all right, too. I'm just so happy things are working. A long night with Tony, but we got some interesting content. Tony really got pissed off during one of the episodes and almost wanted to cut it. Well, you were sitting right there watching. I don't want to say which one. Remember when I asked him about his personal issues with a certain someone?
I didn't hear
I'm
that.
glad you were paying attention.
Oh, I stepped out for a little bit for
Yeah, I heard that. You were
personal business.
Literally.
Personal business.
Very
yes.
personal business.
Very personal business.
All
here
right,
we go.
little Jacob. Thanks, Dan. Thunder Rosa has really helped out a poor women's division. Yeah, she's not bad. Hakami, I tell you, every Tuesday night with Tony at 9, brother. He's here every Thursday at 9. It's Marty. Every Friday soon, we're going to be having a new episode. Matt, what day of the week are we going to pick for your talk show?
Well,
Have you picked
what does that leave open? Wednesdays or something?
Monday and Wednesday.
Probably,
Wednesday might be the best.
I was going to say Wednesday. Have a nice,
Wednesday.
consistent flow.
Just like you when you did your personal business. It was a nice, consistent flow.
Nice, consistent flow.
All right.
Even though it was personal business, but what are you going to do?
Glantz no-showed again.
A lot of people no-showed
Dave
today.
Carter no-showed again. My good friend Walter Hillside is still hidden on some mountain. I may have to go rescue the man, but I love Walter Hillside.
Who do you think wins this one, Rosa or Shida?
It's a coin flip, folks.
I don't know. You got the NWA Women's Champion versus the AEW Women's Champion going at it for the AEW Women's Championship. If I had to pick, Thunder Rosa's not signed yet, but, Deonna Purrazzo, she wasn't signed when she won the Impact Women's Championship.
I'm kind of interested to know, for everybody that's watching right now on the watch along, is there anybody not watching the AEW show that just wants to see what we're doing on this end, or are you guys watching the same thing we're watching?
What is she going for? Oh, you should have seen the mess that was the Battle Royale.
Oh, I can imagine.
Overbooked. It was good, but it was just overbooked. And the opening, you know what they opened with? It's a rhetorical question.
I have no idea.
Britt Baker versus Big Swole.
Well, maybe it was
in
good.
A tooth and nails match.
Maybe it was good that I was in the other room.
You really didn't miss much. Even still, you could probably still be out there for this match too. And this is the first traditional wrestling match they've had tonight.
I also want to point out to you guys, I know my buddy Little Jacob was talking about the Andre Hogan WrestleMania 3 face-off print of Tony's. This beauty right here, he just brought this tonight. This is an 11x17 drawing of Kamala Tony made when he passed away. I only have one of them signed by Tony. For whatever reason, he didn't have many prints made. Maybe when we see him again or closer to Christmas, we'll have more. But if I haven't even put this on the website or on eBay. If anybody wants this autographed Kamala drawing print from Tony, it is available to you tonight before it even hits the internet. And if you really want a true collectible, folks, Gabe, get ready in the other room, brother. You talk about the 11x17 print. This is the original, one-of-a-kind drawing. And I mean, this really is. This is one of the nicest drawings Tony has ever done.
I like that one.
Of Kamala, really nice. Kamala's face, Kamala's body. And again, we're trying to raise money for Kamala's GoFundMe. Was it a GoFundMe? It was a GoFundMe to help with, obviously, his wake was covered, but there's a lot of afterlife experiences that go along with it. It's personally autographed by Tony Atlas White, which is Tony's kind of his real name. His real name is Tony White, and dated 2020. Just a really, if you have a man cave, if you're a big Kamala fan, I mean, this is one of a kind. Prints sometimes, like we have a couple of the Hogan and Andres. Well, hopefully I'll have more of the 11x17 Kamala, but this is the original drawing. There's only one of these. If you're a fan of WWF wrestling from the 80s, if you're a fan of Kamala, if you just like great wrestling collectibles, I mean, honestly, I don't even want to let this one go. I'd love to put this one on the set permanently, but we'll see. It's also available. So we got the original, we got a print, we got all kinds of great stuff on the set.
Imagine that.
Did the Young Bucks wrestle yet?
They did.
I want to get rid of their drawing too, but you know what? We'll see.
They face Jurassic Express.
Oh, that must have been a thriller.
Yeah.
All right, Rick B., you are right. That was a damn nice drawing.
Imagine that framed on your wall there.
Smartphone 3.0. Tony draws in the personality. That is not easy to do. I don't know if I've had a long day, but I don't know what that means. I don't know. I don't know much. I'm glad I have Matt, and I'm glad I have Gabe. Everybody else right now can implode, but not Howard Miller, because Howard Miller was a big help earlier.
My
with
buddy
Tony.
wants this drawn by Tony.
He can make it happen.
Make it happen?
Tell him we'll text him when this is off the air.
Well, he's watching right now.
Well, I don't want to. I'd rather him deal with us than with eBay, because eBay takes a big cut.
Oh, yeah, because they're highway robbers.
You know what I don't get about eBay? I understand they have to get theirs for allowing merchandise to be on there.
Ooh,
but why
nice
does
backbreaker.
eBay take a cut of shipping and handling? You only have to charge people at home more to ship it. I don't get that.
They got their hand in your pocket.
Should I, you know what, in between matches, I'm going to get the Young Bucks drawing because I think it's right over there. I know Gabe is anxious. He wants it for his room now.
You know who the Young Bucks, he doesn't even know who the Young Bucks are.
Not a clue. I don't think he knows what AEW. Do you know what AEW is? No, he did. He went to Raw Live in November. He was a guest of Vince McMahon to help pass out flyers for an event we invested thousands of dollars on that didn't happen, which was another great ending to 2019. Thanks to, oh no, wait, that event did happen. That was for the Memorial Hall one, December 28th.
Yeah, that was a good event.
The February one was the waste of time. That's right.
It was a waste of time.
Well, did we have the event April 11th and March 28th? To me, it was a waste of time.
If it didn't happen, then how's it a waste of time?
Ja will be done. Sell some Marty Jannetty rubbers or whiskey. Unfortunately, we don't have those in stock.
I hope we don't.
eBay is full of scalpers. Shake my head. I just don't. I understand. You know what? They're giving people the opportunity to sell merchandise and make a living. I don't know why they have to charge a fee for what they charge, what we have to charge for shipping and handling. You know what I mean? When we send out something like this, someone say, "Oh my God, whatever the shipping is, just say $10." Not only are we paying the shipping, but these top loaders go for $3 or $4 each. We send them in a nice, like a bubble package. Those go for $2 or $3 each. Or maybe Maria and Stoney and everybody else that got the Marty Jannetty packages could say, you know, it's a nice bubble package to keep. We want everything to be safe. Sometimes we even lose a couple of bucks on shipping, which is ridiculous, but welcome to our world. John Oko, are you Dan Marotti?
Well, you can't tell?
I'm much more handsome than that man. Do I know you, John?
What do you think of this match so far, Dan?
Any soiled ring rat panties? Well,
I think Gabe's got
I think
some of those.
Marty might have some of those. But no, we don't have any ring rat soiled panties either, Ja. But in your personal collection, do you already have any soiled ring rat panties? Out of curiosity?
What about just regular rat panties?
They don't have to be soiled, I guess.
Just regular
I think
ones.
Gabe is trying to figure out what a rat is.
He doesn't
Do you know
what
what a ring rat is? It's a very polite term for a wrestling groupie.
girls you bring back after the
I
show.
think he knows what a groupie is, Joe Scoops. Thanks.
He doesn't. I don't know if he heard you.
Ja will be done. He loves the new Marty show, Ja. You're going to love Thursday night at 9, baby. It's another fun one. It's available right now on the Patreon. I'm going to put the link on for you guys to help keep the wrestling legends.
Also, some
working.
groupies, they don't, do stuff with the people all the time. I like this submission move.
I love it. I don't know what it is, but
She's stretching her
hey,
out.
look at that. Gabe was smart enough to switch the camera while I was looking down. And then he puts it back on me as I put him over. Oh, Gabe, I tell you, kiddo. And he still hasn't switched.
Oh, God, this is awful. These women's matches. So far, I'm not really impressed with this pay-per-view, I'll tell you that. Are you impressed with the pay-per-view?
I'm happy that we're live after hours of work. I prepared this link for this show tonight probably a week ago, right? I thought we were all set, ready to go, We tested it out this afternoon. We ran into one little hiccup that I was able to fix. It still looked like it was ready to go. We blasted the link. We were able to go live. We had video, which was really nice, but we didn't have any audio.
And that tab that popped
And
up.
I tell you this, Gabe, I hope you remembered what we did, because I don't remember what we did to get it working.
You just rebooted it.
No, it wasn't even that. It was something in the YouTube interface.
Oh, like the input to the audio?
No, I don't even think it was an input. I'll show you later on. We'll figure it out next time. Can you, what does that say?
Let me see.
Can you book Vlad Joseph? Who's Vlad? Is that a rib? Who's Vlad Joseph? I don't know him.
Who said that?
Who's Vlad
Who
Joseph?
said that?
John Oko. Do you know him?
No.
Guardian, when will you guys attempt to run a live event again? Really? Do you know how many thousands of dollars in rents we're sitting on? Thousands of dollars of plane tickets, thousands of dollars in TV ads, Facebook ads, and paper poster ads that we had to flush down the toilet. As soon as we can get a thumbs up from a place, we'll be there. The shithole down the street, Memorial Hall in Melrose, if the fans at home knew the headaches, Tony and I did a video on Memorial Hall earlier tonight. It is absurd what we're dealing with as far as getting non-answers from this venue. They haven't had anything going on in the venue for months as far as events go, other than a couple of days of early voting, but they will not respond to the chairman of the Morning Wrestling Federation, Mr. Neil Manolian, because I was asked by David Reese not to interact with the lovely lady that runs the hall. But
very lovely.
I don't know how busy you can be running a venue when there's no events that you can't respond to numerous emails.
And the venue's open, right? No.
Is it open? They had early voting for the primary,
Oh.
but other than that, I don't think there's anything that can be held there. When you're being paid during a pandemic and there's no events, I think you could shoot an email. Is that too stiff?
No, not too stiff.
Well, thank you, brother. Justin McNeil is a true Andre the Giant. Used to go to restaurants and usually have a woman under the table in service while he had his meal. Lots of wrestlers said they heard him grunting and he had a woman. Justin, brother, you're not too far from the truth. Even though I never dined with Andre the Giant, I've been told by many of the guests in this studio that Andre, he enjoyed feasts of a different kind for himself and those that he has as his guests.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a feast for whoever the girl was there.
Checking out the Patreon. Joe Will, you'll love the Patreon. There's going to be more DVDs added this fall, more great interviews. I think there's a graphic up that highlights some of the new footage that's coming. And again, every week you get early access to Tony's talk show, Marty's talk show. You can watch this coming Tuesday and Thursday's episodes now, and it's full screen ad free. I know some people say, oh, the screen is too busy. And you know what? It is busy, but we need to try and do everything we can to hype up what we're doing. The Patreon folks that actually contribute, we want to give you guys the best because we love you. I love everybody that's involved today for things that work. Kowloon, I'm hungry. You know what, brother? You're not the only one. But I think we're going to miss Kowloon tonight. You got to be seated by 10.
How did we get in that night?
We didn't get in. Justin McNeil, I think that was you. If you wanted that Hogan and Andre print, I have it set up just so I can see, and I'll take it off the set. For you folks at home, everything on here is available for sale to try and help our endeavor to try and get as many great talents in. These Tony Atlas drawings, these autographed posters behind us from NXT, WWE, the autographed WrestleMania 36 and 35 photos that are so limited edition. Again, if you want to reach out to us instead of going through eBay, we get more of a cut than without having eBay involved.
Not the middleman.
I have the hiccups.
Oh, I'm supposed to predict when you get the hiccups so I can talk
I have
over
the
you.
hiccups.
But then,
Gabe still doesn't know what's going on.
God forbid I start talking about the pay-per-view that's on that we're supposed to be talking about.
He thinks AEW is some kind of a minor league hockey league, I think.
Hey, really?
Yeah. No, he doesn't. I can't. Am I talking to him right now?
He could have texted you.
My phone isn't even out here.
Oh, where is it?
Mother of God. I don't even know at this
How do
point.
I know where your phone is and when you lose it? I'm supposed to know everything that.
Salute.
you're doing and thinking and
Salute.
about to do.
I can't believe Tony's going to be back in less than a week. That just warms my heart on top of it. Guardian of Chaos, you're right, brother. Don't just press the thumbs up. Smash it, baby. If you could give us 2 thumbs up, that would be awesome, but they don't give us the option.
You should be able to.
If they had gave a thumbs up option for effort, we would have gotten 2 tonight because this took a lot of effort to make happen.
Oh, here we go.
And I felt bad that you were sitting out here alone.
Yeah, I was talking to myself.
You were talking to yourself.
Talking to myself. Yeah. And I didn't even know if we were live or not. And then there was a point we weren't live, and I was still doing the broadcast, talking to myself
with
basically,
your glasses.
With my glasses. That I guess
very impressed with these glasses.
I never wear them. I was cleaning out my desk and I found them again, and I said, you know what? I said, let me put them on.
Hey, 802 Blues. No wonder why I recognized you. I love the 802 area code up in Vermont. It's not that far, especially, I don't know if you've seen our Back to the 80s WrestleFest event booked for November 14th that I can't imagine is going to happen, but it still technically hasn't been canceled, but we can't get any information from the venue. But once we have it, as life comes back to normal, definitely come down. If you love that type of wrestling, not only the 80s guys, but some of the current athletes that we're going to have in the ring that night, it's going to be an awesome time. We had the biggest advance in our 19-year history for that event, all for it to be canceled. So it's just tough.
Hopefully it does happen.
Manzy Munster says he catches asses with his glasses. Do you know Manzy? Or do you catch asses with these glasses? No one has ever said that about my glasses.
Well, yours are a little different than mine. But, I mean, catch it without and with them. So, I don't know. I kind of like my look with the glasses. I used to not like it. But then I put them on the other day and I said, you know what?
John Oko, what's your favorite wrestling memory? Oh, my God, John.
This match?
Definitely not this. My favorite wrestling memory? Probably... I'd have to say either the first time I attended a live event, which would have been August of 1986 at the Boston Garden when I was a little 5-year-old version of me, or the first live MWF event that we produced in September of 2001. And maybe the first WWE event that I ever worked when I had a short cup of coffee with them when I worked for a gentleman named Ed Cohen that ran the live event department. Those 3 would all have to, and you know what? Geez, I have to keep going. October 23rd, 1993.
Don't just pick one.
Which was my first day in wrestling, working for Boston Bad Boy Tony Rumble, CWA. And who did I meet on that day, October 23rd, 1993? 2 people that would certainly change my life. The Iron Sheik, who I was blown up with and hit by a drunk driver, and created a DVD with that was played on the Howard Stern show every day. And on that same night, I also met Tony Atlas for the first time. So October 23rd, 1993 was a special day in my existence. Between those 4, if I was to pick one, I don't know. Another special one was the first time Baby Marathi went to a live event.
Whoa.
You've got to be kidding me.
Well, it's not the power.
You didn't happen to hit the lever in there for the lights, Gabe. Wait a minute. The live stream froze.
Things got a little more serious in here. The light went down.
Can you guys see us or hear us?
Hopefully. Here's a Shining Wizard. 1, 2, 3.
My computer screen is frozen.
It's all over.
Is there a visual or just a frozen screen? Look on your phone.
I'm going there now, pal.
Gabe, how do we look on that monitor in there? We're still moving?
Are we moving?
We're dark? Did you hit the lever in there that knocked the lights out?
Yeah, we're fine. All right, well.
Every time this happens, I look up and I say, Percy, are you playing a rib on me? Paul Bearer. For those of you that don't know, last Sunday, was it the day of SummerSlam?
The day of SummerSlam. No, that was 2 Sundays ago now. Because last Sunday was Payback.
That's right. There was an explosion outside with a thunderstorm. And the power to the studio went out completely. For some reason, just the lights here have gone out. Maria's got her eyes on us. Maria. I'm going to get up for a second.
Sing it.
No, I'm not in the mood to sing. My ankles hurt. My brain hurts. I want to see what Gabe did.
I'm back on again, but Hikaru Shida.
A technical superstar.
Yeah. Even though we've talked about.
What about Sarge Russo?
Yeah. No.
She could be given the haircuts.
Yeah. But
how the hell?
As we're supposed to be talking about the AEW show that's going on right now, All Out, which we've probably talked about 0% about. Hikaru Shida just retained her AEW Women's Championship against Thunder Rosa, the current NWA Women's Champion, who is just her second match. I don't know why they had her wrestle Wednesday night on AEW. They should have made it special for her first appearance or match to be tonight instead of beating Serena Deeb in a throwaway match on Wednesday. Oh, God. Get these two, Penelope Ford and Kip Sabian, doing an interview with Marquez. What's up, brother?
What's the name of that AEW show? What do they call it? Dark or After Dark?
AEW Dark.
This is the watch-along, Doc. This is just unbelievable. You can't make this up.
The amount of stuff, we've had people no-show. We've had...
even the lights are no-showing at this point.
The lights are no... Well, some of the lights are showing. Wait, but then why is this one on and that one? I don't know. They must be on different plugs or something.
You want to know why? You just gave me an idea.
What?
This is either going to be great or it's going to turn into a fucking disaster. Should I risk it?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We're still live. At least I've...
Well, that one went on.
Oh.
Hey, did that look any better, Gabe?
Oh, yeah, but why are they all separate now?
I can't give you an answer, brother.
It's rhetorical. You think I'd know you'd know that? Come on. If you knew that, we wouldn't be in this predicament, would we?
Well, the three of us really, we deserve an A for effort and some kind of a claim tonight. We're going to bring out some of these. My computer screen is still frozen for some reason. We also have AEW fans. If you want to talk about a great AEW collectible, look at you talk about the Kamala drawing. We have the Young Bucks. This is an awesome picture. You can Google it. This was taken while the Young Bucks were the IWGP Tag Team Champions in front of the Tokyo Dome. This drawing is the actual Tokyo Dome itself. They have jackets on that are actually their faces. It reminds me of, there was one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies when like 3,000 little faces came out of Freddy Krueger's chest. It reminds me of that. It's got the belts, the PWG tag team titles, and the IWGP. Tony drew this last year. This is an original. Again, it's one of a kind. He made some prints of it that I don't have handy right now, but we have this original one. But I tell you, the one that I really love and I really don't ever want to have to get rid of and sell to you guys is this one of Kamala. Because Kamala, he was here in this studio. We put together a tremendous studio shoot interview that's available on the Patreon that I know Slick Rick and Maria have probably checked out over there and all the other great folks that are on the Patreon. But it was it was a sad 3-hour interview. The end of Kamala's life was very difficult. When he passed away, it hurt because, we had some issues with Kamala when we ran that fundraiser with him. But again, we got some great stuff here. We always got the great merch. Look at some of the NXT autograph posters back there. We got the Hell in the Cell autograph poster. We have the 4 Horsewomen autograph poster by Charlotte and Bayley and
we saw
Becky Lynch.
4 Horsemen today.
Huh?
At Walmart.
Well, no, we don't have one of him. Can
saw
Tony draw a picture of Karrion Kross, Cardona? He can draw an original 18 by 24 photo.
There's Cardona right there.
Picture of anything you like. I don't think it's that same one.
Not Matt Cardona?
Does Tony like crumbs work, Dan?
What does that mean?
I don't get you. Did Kamala sign that yesterday? American Indies, that's a poor attempt at humor, unless you didn't realize that Kamala passed away. Bill, not Matt.
What?
Can Tony draw a picture of Karrion Kross? And then he said, Bill, not Matt. I don't get that either. But he definitely could draw a picture of Karrion Kross or anybody. There's only a few select things that he won't draw. And it's very good. It's very good. What do we got here coming out now on this big event?
It's an 8-man tag match.
A war. An 8-man tag team war, I think, would be the best way to put it.
No.
No, it's not going to be a war.
I'll tell you, this is going to be the furthest thing from a war.
Oh, Cardona, your name is Bill. Okay, now I get you, brother. Yeah, he could do Karrion Kross in Scarlet. If you have like a posed photo of them you like or something like that, he could definitely draw it. The Kamala, I'm not sure about Kamala, but this one, the Young Bucks one, I know if you Google it, maybe Young Bucks Tokyo Dome or something like that, this picture will come up. And if you saw the likeness of it compared to the original photo, it's really cool. He did this. It was funny. I wasn't with Tony. I was with Little Dutch Boy, Little Dutch Boy Wes Simcoe, and Vicente Ray Wasco in Phoenix, Arizona. And I got Tony and Ron Simmons' book at a casino in Arkansas. And I remember Tony's just always calls. If you guys get him live, don't tell him this, but he just always calls, and you can't get him off the phone in less than an hour to 90 minutes. It drives me insane. But we were at a Walgreens waiting for the shuttle bus from the hotel to come and get us because I need my spring water and my Monster drinks. And then all of a sudden I look at my phone and it's Tony Atlas. Damn! You won't believe how nice this hotel room is. It's like, Tony, I'm waiting for the shuttle bus. My legs are killing me. I flew halfway across the country today. I'm glad you got a nice hotel room.
That's all the way across the country.
All the way across the country. I had a little Dutch boy with me that was the size of one of those little nutcrackers that you put on the mantle at Christmas time. He's not even, feet. He's inches.
And what did he say to you?
He said to Vicente Ray Wasco, "You want to go for a hike?" In the middle of the desert in Arizona.
At 4 a.m.
Who were the Bucks? That would be the Young Bucks. Did Stevie Wonder draw the Bucks? Oh, American Indies got jokes. Will you have Kamala Harris after the election? I bet you Tony would draw Kamala Harris. I think she should come out to Kamala's theme song as a tribute to him.
Doom, 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 doom. There's Matt Cardona. What do you think of him in AEW?
I haven't seen too much of it. You know what? I think it's good that he's given a platform to work on. I think he's a talented guy.
This is just way too many people. They all have nothing to do with each other. There's no booking involved. They put just 8 guys in a match and say, go at it. That's the thing with AEW. They have all these, now we're in it.
I think Brandy Rhodes is just a little much.
They have her and everything. She's managing like 8 people right now. Anytime anybody in the Cody...
Why is Goldust blue? Kind of like our background lights. You almost should have like blues music playing in the background, Gabe. Do you think that would be a nice setting? Like we're in a blues bar sipping wine or something like that? Watching the AEW pay-per-view?
I'm sipping Sprite. As this is buffering. It's just AEW.
What the fuck was that?
Oh.
I don't know if you guys heard that at home, but it either sounded like squirrels broke in to the lighting grid or it's just going to explode.
I'd rather take the squirrels.
You know what, Gabe? Do you know how to use that lever for the lighting computer I was playing with earlier?
Turn it down and then up.
Just bring it down halfway in case it comes on again and we're not blinded. Like the neighbors in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. This is a match to avenge what Dark Order did to Cody. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that, 802. We do need flashlights. You're right, Guardian.
I still really don't get what... It just makes no sense. It's still guys thrown in a match.
Yeah, you're right.
They still have nothing to... I get what they did to Cody.
It's all revenge for Cody.
So you got to get revenge in an 8-man tag match?
This would be like, for all you 80s fans out there, this would be like if the Bobby Heenan family took out Hogan and you lined up Snuka, JYD, Tito, and Andre to take on the Heenan family. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I don't know.
It's still just, but again, say they did do this match. If it did make sense, why is this on a pay-per-view? This is not a random 8-man tag match that was.
But it's not a random. They're avenging.
I get that,
Cody.
but is this pay-per-view worthy?
Hey, a lot could be said about what's going to be on the show. Nice analogy, Dan. Thank you, Manzi. You must be an 80s guy like me.
I'm just saying.
Bill, if I may call you Bill Cardona,
yeah.
I think AEW still has a long way to go to catch up with WWE. I agree. 802 thought it would have been Dustin and Brody Lee. Would you have liked that better?
I would have done something like that,
Yeah.
just a one-on-one. And then Colt Cabana in the Dark Order. That's forgettable.
If this was my promotion, do you know how many people of these would have been under contract?
Well, I'll tell you, this wouldn't be on pay-per-view. This is not.
Is this an 8 or a 10-man?
It's 8.
Why? Oh, Cabana's in the Dark Order?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I just said. Him in the Dark Order. I said forgettable. Oh, and then QT Marshall. Oh, God. Talk about not looking the part or playing the part at all.
I kind of like this look for me.
Do we look
nice
good?
and calm. I feel, well, you've seen it. For some reason, I'm a lot, well, maybe because my shirt's so dark. I don't know. I keep hearing tick, tick.
Oh.
I'm waiting for like the lighting grid to fall on us or something.
That'd be nice and a little payday right there.
Numero, what's his name? Numero uno?
Evil Uno.
Oh,
Numero
he's
Uno.
awful.
Not to be confused with Evil Uno. And then you got the Exalted One, and then you got Stu Grayson and Colt Cabana, which I don't know why he's in.
Look at Brandy, though. She's really encouraging him to get up.
Yeah, that'll get me up.
Whoever that other valet is.
Alley Cat or
Wasn't
whatever.
she the bunny or something
Yeah.
like that?
The Bunny Alley Cat or whatever she is. She used to be with the Butcher and the Blade, and then now she's with Brandy, and they're the Nightmare Sisters. I don't know. Oh, God.
If I was AEW, I would be reluctant to sign some of these guys to those short-term deals. Who's to say that WWE wouldn't come back with a big money offer for Ryder or Revival and swoop them away after giving them some TV exposure? One man's opinion, one man's thought.
What do you want them to do?
If I was AEW, I would be reluctant to sign guys to a 5 or a 10 show deal. Who's to say WWE wouldn't come in and swoop in and take them away again?
Well, I know with Ryder, he was only on like a 3-appearance deal.
Well, that's what I mean.
A handshake deal. And a lot of the guys they have under contract, they're either working like a week to week or they're only doing like 5 appearances and then they're renewing it. And it's all handshake stuff. Nothing's, written or whatever.
Numero uno he'd be done pretty quick if it was Dan Marathi booking the AEW show. Gavanna would be another one. Randy Rhodes, I think it'd be kind of hard to get rid of her, but I'd try.
Oh, that was awful.
One-legged drop kick.
I got to show you the replay of that Seidel botch. That was bad. They've had a couple botches tonight between Hardy and Seidel. And oh, that was nice. It was a good back body drop. Broski
Dan Matt, what do you think about Darby Allin? Are you guys familiar with him?
I said earlier, I really don't care for him. He's about 5'6", 150 pounds soaking wet. Doesn't look the part. His gimmick sucks. His ring gear looks atrocious. Just he doesn't get me excited.
I think to me, I think Darby Allin's green. I think he needs.
Look how many people in AEW are green, though.
He would benefit from a full-time WWE schedule for a guy that's on the road 4 days a week working, as opposed to 1 day a week doing this, in my opinion. I think he's got room to grow. I think he's someone that appeals to the younger demographic that everybody's looking to get nowadays.
He's one of those death match spot type of people, doing all those crazy bumps and stuff like that. And you saw what they did to him earlier. I don't know if you saw it, but they put him in a sack, tied it up, and threw him over the top rope.
Why did they put him in a sack?
I have no idea. I don't know why they did it.
You're
But
talking about a cloth sack, not
like it was like a sack, and they
Yeah.
put him in it, and they pulled it, they threw him over the top rope. They said, "See you later." He's good for stuff like that, like the death match, the crazy bumps, the crazy flips, and stuff like that. The thing is, he's so brittle and tiny. I don't know. As you say, if I was booking it, I wouldn't have him, but that's just, as you say, one man's opinion.
I think Gabe is a fan of the Dark Order. I think maybe we're going to join the Dark Order. We're so dark right now.
Do it there, Dan.
What's that?
That's the gimmick.
Who do they think they are? Baron von Raschke and the AWA back in '86? They really do this?
Yeah.
They do?
Join the Dark Order.
They took it from Baron von Raschke.
Join the Dark Order.
It's all right. I don't even want to see him on TV. Never mind joining.
Not even joining the channel on our free stream.
I think a lot of the fans gave up on the live stream, which is unfortunate because we are still having some version of fun, I think.
With our dim lights.
Manzi, nice to talk to you, Dan. I've enjoyed your work over the last few years. Well, you know what? I appreciate that. We put a lot of work into this craziness. And we, as you can tell, we're certainly not getting rich by doing it, but we do have a lot of fun. The Con Erics, I like that. Work smart, not hard, right? I need to take a page out of that book.
What do you think of Brody Lee in AEW? I'm
Very disappointed, to be honest. I expected so much out of it, and I think it's just because he's entangled in this shit gimmick that's gone nowhere and that nobody cares about.
I think he's definitely a good wrestler, and
he's great.
I like him as a talent, but just the position they put him in this Dark Order bullshit, and having him lead it, and then he did and then they put him right in the title scene. Oh God! And then he lost to John Moxley. I almost said Dean Ambrose. And he lost to John Moxley in a pretty boring match.
Yeah. 802 saw the Baron at AWA shows as a kid. 802, where did you see AWA? Did they run Vermont? Yeah, I guess it's some kind of a mock of Vince McMahon, but you know what? Is that going to draw them any fans and make them any money?
How is it a mock for Vince McMahon?
You know, he tries to do some of in his promos, imitate things that are said on podcasts about him. Is that going to make them any money?
Oh, when he says like, "Oh, the old guy out of touch" type of stuff, and oh God,
I'd use him as like an animal, like a
Lance
Bruiser
Archer.
Brody.
Well, that's why he used the name Brody Lee.
Bill, he needs to go back to it.
Well, he is Brody.
As this 8-man extravaganza continues here live from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. Here comes Blue Dust, hot tag with some little guy. What do we got right now?
Blue Dust.
I got to do the commentary now.
Oh, now you want to talk about it?
Big slap to the face on numero uno.
What's his name? Drop. What?
What's his name, numero uno?
Evil Uno.
Evil Uno.
But that's Stu Grayson in the ring. Power slam.
AWA really ran Burlington, Vermont 802. I never knew that. Stan Hansen was champion, so you're probably talking about, what, 85?
I like his power slam. It's pretty good. Whoa.
Well, Colt outsmarted him for a minute.
Oh God. Super kick. Super kick. A Canadian destroyer and a super kick right after. If that doesn't define professional wrestling the past couple years, I don't know what does.
Oh, here we do a run-in right in front of the referee's eyes. Oh, wait, aren't they on the same team?
What? No.
Who's this for?
Oh, that was a nice pump kick.
Who's this bozo?
That's Anna Jay.
Who?
She's in the Dark Order.
Oh, no, I missed that one too.
Scorpio Sky.
This is just
run a
way
takedown.
overbooked. Way overbooked. You got some good talent in there, and you got flea market level garbage.
As I said before, it's a thrown together 8-man tag. I get they want to get revenge for Cody for some reason.
Everybody loves the Hulk stuff. There's the little guy again.
Oh, arm drag. Oh, went for the bicycle knee. Oh, TKO right there. That's a one. Nope, getting broken up by Numero
He's a great
uno.
athlete. I like Scorpio Sky an awful
He's
lot.
good. Then they're shoving him. He should not be an 8-man tag. So Brody Lee shouldn't. Those are the two guys in this match that should not be near 8-man tags. They can shine 1-on-1 or maybe 2-on-2.
I mean, anyone can be in a good 8-man tag. It's just there's a
It's
lot of
overbooked,
filler
though.
and garbage in it.
That's the thing. Yeah, you can have a couple good spots if you want, but when there's 8 guys, it's tough. When you have that 1-on-1, you have better psychology than doing the hot tag and doing the bullshit with the ref and distracting him. Whoa, Tope con Hilo from Matt Cardona.
How'd you say that again?
Tope con Hilo.
No. You have to teach me a little of that Spanish, I guess.
That was a nice power bomb. See, Brody Lee shouldn't be in this gimmick.
802. I remember the WWF ran in the Burlington Memorial Auditorium. Is that where AWA was? Were they at the auditorium? I love that building. We wanted to run there back in 03 at one point when WWF stopped running there for a while. QT, please.
Cute. Another person who should. There's just so many people who are either green or just have been in the business for so long, but don't deserve to be on TV just because they're the shits. Oh, no, another cutter. Oh, that was nice. Jeez, could have waited a little longer for that one.
Hey, Rick B, thanks, brother. Thanks for the streams, shoots, and looking out for the legends, Dan and crew. Rick, you're a fine gentleman. One of my, maybe the, no pun intended with AEW, the elite fan of the Wrestling Insider series here in Boston Wrestling. You guys are great because without you, we can't do it. Maria, Rick, thank you. To all you other fine folks that are wondering what they just did, that little gray button with the $ under the chat, it's almost like tipping the bartender at the end of the night, as the comedians used to say. Don't forget to tip the bartender, and I don't know how well my humor goes over on the show sometimes, but it takes a lot to get Tony here, and we're going to have Tony here again next Friday, which I wasn't expecting, which is just another expense I wasn't expecting, but what are you going to do?
Well, you can
never get enough Mr. USA.
Can't always tip the cow, but you can always tip the cowboy.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Yeah. Look at it. See, this should have just been a 1-on-1 match. Brody Lee and Goldust.
John Oko, yes, Kamala did pass away just a couple of weeks ago. There's a tribute that Marty Jannetty did that's in our archives right now. Now that's
God,
a good
that was a nice lariat.
I like that.
I call that one a lariat. That was a pretty hefty.
Juanito, 21, $1.99, baby. Hey, you know what? That's almost a gallon of gas nowadays, right?
About that.
In some places.
Some places.
Or a nice cold drink.
Well, don't get gas on the highway, because that's...
Juanito, brother. Or Junito, am I saying it right?
Here we go. Oh, God.
Is it Junito?
One. This really ended in a roll-up? Are you kidding me? They did all that just to end in a roll-up? Overbooked roll-up. That's really what they're going to go with in an 8-man tag match. They're going to go for 25 minutes just to have a guy roll someone up.
Is that how long it was?
I'm guessing it was 20. That went for a very long time.
Do you have any idea how much longer this pay-per-view is going to be on?
I'm going to go check the match card.
All right. Did Jericho wrestle yet?
Orlando Arcia hit a home run. What?
Did Jericho wrestle?
No, he still has to face Cassidy.
Did Moxley wrestle?
No,
So
that's the main event.
Too.
Oh, and then the tag title match.
Oh, I'm hungry. If I can be brutally honest, I'm hungry. I don't want to see this dog shit. I could care less about Brandy Rhodes and Allie the Bunny and the rest of them.
Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3 matches left.
Jericho tag match, MJF match, I believe. I think 802 is right. Manzi knows, brother. Daniel Marati has had enough. We get here at the studio today, I think slightly before noontime. So it's been a long day.
And I am...
But Gabe snuck in like a thief in the night, and he was the MVP because we'd be gone by now if he wasn't here. Get Domino's delivered. We've had it. This is Mr. Domino right here. I think he was the little dominoid that used to run around in the 80s. Do you even know what that means?
I have
They had
no
like a little
idea.
cartoon domino character that was like the mascot. You didn't know that with your love of dominoes. Interesting.
I didn't get it in the 1980s. I'll tell you that. I wasn't even a thought in the 1980s.
How do you know?
Come on.
Cardona, do you know how much Grubhub costs? I got baby Marati bothering me to get Uber Eats. It feels like every other day. He eats better than me.
But Uber Eats and all that stuff, their fees and stuff like that are almost like $10.
The Noid, that was the name of it, Guardian. Yeah, the Domino's Noid. So you missed all the fun of the Domino's Noid.
Tons of fun. But, I don't know, I was just saying.
Evil Uno, at least he's consoling Colt Cabana and
two
individuals no one really cares about.
Is he going to hit him with something?
Let's hope not, that they don't extend this any more than they have to.
Blue Dust getting the roll-up win. Wrestling for, what does that say, 5 decades?
Yeah. He's been in it 5 decades now. He broke in the late 80s, and it's the 2020s. It's 80s, 90s, 2000s, 10s, 20s.
Please.
Not 5 full decades.
Please.
Hey, don't shoot the messenger.
And what did he do in WWE?
It's like Marty. He's been in it 5 decades now. Who did what in WWE?
Goldust. What, did he win the Intercontinental title?
In the long run.
And what? I'm guessing he probably won tag titles. He won them with Cody.
Yeah. In Booker.
And then people say he's underrated. And
the stories I have about the wife that someday Marty and I are going to talk about.
I've heard about that.
Don't forget, fans, now as we have a little, it seems like a lull here on the AEW pay-per-view.
Dustin Rhodes versus Brody Lee for the TNT Championship
Wednesday night
is set for Dynamite this week.
Live.
Another match of who? See, they should have done that match tonight. I don't get. I would have much rather just see a one-on-one. Have them go about 10 minutes, and that's fine.
Now, this is a match I'm actually looking forward to, fans. If you're looking forward to the tag team title match, it's coming up next.
FTR is going to win. I don't think there's really too much doubt in them losing. I think if they don't win, it'll be the shock of the night.
Really? You'll be shocked.
Omega and Hangman have had them for what?
A while.
A while.
That's the best. It's the most honest answer I can give you.
A while. That's why I think if FTR loses, that's got to be a huge, huge shock. I think it's at the point.
I'm shocked already.
It's at the point where they have to win. Omega and Hangman, they haven't done anything with those tag titles.
Well, I'm going to get the cheap plug in for the T-shirt bundle fundraiser we have going on, folks. If you have not been over to bostonwrestling.com/shirts.html, we have a couple dozen different WWE T-shirts that come with an official WWE cup of some kind. It comes with a mystery autograph photo, and it comes with an on-air shout-out from Mr. USA Tony Atlas as our thanks to you, all for the price of the T-shirt on WWEshop.com. You head over there, see the regular price for what they charge you. We not only give you the shirt, we give you a cup, we give you an autograph photo, and we give you an on-air shout-out from Tony. We did a bunch of shout-outs on the episodes we taped tonight. So if you have purchased merchandise on eBay or on BostonWrestling.com recently, you'll be getting a shout-out. We even did a happy birthday shout-out to, I can't think of the girl's name, but I hope she had a wonderful birthday.
What about a shout-out from the Prodigy?
No, they don't want that.
Okay.
They don't want that.
I'll have to pay them
Gabe
for me to shout them out. Yeah, what about a shout-out from Gabe?
Maybe they wanted. There would be no shouting or audio at all tonight if it wasn't for Gabe, so he deserves the shout-out.
What about a shout-out from the mayor?
No. Glantzville is shut down tonight.
He was impeached?
He may be impeached. I usually have a great amount of hatred for people that no show or vanish, but, Glantz has contributed so much to what we do, I don't understand why he's gone missing. And Walter Hillside, I believe, is on the same mountain as the little Dutch boy. So we haven't been able to communicate with
You think they're talking to each other? Going on hikes at 4 a.m.?
Vermont is kind of mountainous. I don't know. Gabe, how was your injury? You fell off a mountain or something, didn't you? He did. Well, you're walking better than me. So I'm going to guess the injury wasn't too severe. When did you fall off the mountain? Last week? How did you fall off the mountain? In a bathing suit. You decided to go hiking. You were jumping into waterfall pools.
That sounds safe.
Well,
hang on, I'm gonna hit.
I used to do that.
I'm gonna hit full
myself.
screen on this because this is a match.
Oh yeah, this is a big one, baby.
This is a match I care about. Put him over, brother. Put him over.
There's old Tully hanging on for that one more payday, baby. No, I think no. Go back. You got to click the that gimmick. That didn't do it. There you go.
That's the second time I hit it.
Oh, I didn't see the first.
Please.
Got the brain buster. Oh, look at that. As soon as you walked away, it dropped you out.
Oh, my God.
You'll live.
Kayfabed again.
Wrestling fans, who do you have on this one? Omega and
You hiccup,
Adam
so now I
Page?
got to talk.
Or FTR?
If FTR does not win
They
the
really
belts,
had 2 hours of this before finally getting to these matches? How long were some of the other ones?
that tag match was about 20, 25 minutes. The Battle Royal was about 30 minutes, I'd say. The opening match, Britt Baker and Big Swole, I would say was a good 10, 15 minutes. The tag team match between the Bucks and Express, again, I'd say about 15
One
minutes.
of these final matches should go about a minute and a half. Do a big upset.
FTR.
Now, this is a match I'd like to see them give a little time to.
Oh, Omega's got to come. Why don't they come out as a tag team? I don't like this. If you're a tag team, come out as a tag team.
MWF alumni, Kenny Omega. Yeah. Also, one of FTR is a member of the MWF alumni. Did you know that?
No.
And I don't know which one, because he was on our events down in North Carolina.
I think I did know that because I think we were in Houston and we were talking about it, and you were asking me which one was which.
I don't know which one is which. I still don't know which one wrestled for us down in North Carolina. But he was a hell of an athlete either way.
Good worker.
Good worker. Kenny, I remember well. I saw great potential in him even way back in February of 2005 on a cold night in Bellingham, Massachusetts.
That's a nice angle. I like that.
And I had my photo taken with Reno Chastain in the parking lot. I don't know why you find Reno Chastain so amusing, but
it's just everything. You just use it so much. It just
what? What's wrong with Reno Chastain?
I'm thinking back to when we saw that girl at Walmart, and you said, I don't know why you said it.
What did I say to the girl at Walmart?
I don't know. We were pulling out, and you said something
When?
about today.
I mentioned Reno Chastain at Walmart?
Yeah.
Maybe I did. Gabe, I don't think ever get to meet poor Reno. You ever meet Reno Chastain, Gabe? Well, you missed a real thrill in life. His heart beats 4 times a minute. He doesn't have much going for him. I think he fell off a mountain and never recovered back in the 60s.
So who do you got here? FTR?
I'd freshen it up and give it to them. It makes no sense to have them job.
They've had the same women's champion since Double or Nothing. They've had the same world champion since February. Not that it's anything, wrong with having a champion for that long, but
You know me, I like the long title reigns.
I like the long title reigns, but
I just really don't think there were many credible teams they have in the company that could have Omega and Page job to.
But at some point, you got to freshen things up, especially in these COVID times.
Yeah.
Things get stale pretty quick.
Kind of like Reno.
Yeah, well.
He got stale and never recovered.
Ugh. Bang.
I want to know, fans, who do you got? We got to check the comments now that I've seen the tremendous entrances.
Tremendous, you'd say.
Hey, Tina, thank you, kiddo. Smokey, Tania, whoever you may be. I go with FTR. FTR. Wow. Dax is the bald one. Holy mamma mia.
I told you, it's going to be...
Was Mark Sterling in the MWF? No. Never had him.
Was that lawyer guy or whatever?
Yeah, he was on NXT this week. AEW this week.
Well, he was on Raw a couple months ago, too, like back when there were fans.
Manzi, is there still no audience? They have, I think, about 500 or so people.
They're at 15% capacity.
Thanks, brother.
It was at 10%, and then they moved it up to 15%.
Captain Numbers over here. Brian Long says Omega leaves the ring and leaves Hangman to fight FTR by himself. 802 likes Hangman as a single. I do too.
Well, Omega and Page, they're both singles competitors. FTR is a real tag team.
Cactus Jack Black says FTR are top talents overall. I think you're right, Cactus.
You think they're top guys?
I do.
Gabe, who do you got here?
Who do you got, Gabe?
John Cena.
I think he actually may have seen the revival.
When we were at Raw.
Yeah, you actually may have seen two of these guys when you went to Raw, Gabe. I know that means an awful lot to you, but
his first wrestling event.
They switched companies since that infamous night in Boston. What's that?
Big dudes in leotards.
Big dudes in leotards. At least he's honest, right? The King of Sports hasn't struck him yet. But he did enjoy the MWF Live December the 28th at Memorial Hall in Melrose, did you not? But you didn't go to Kowloon after, did you? You missed the Chinese food. Well, you had what? You had a Christmas party to go to at midnight.
On December 28th.
Yeah, now what was going on at the Christmas party at midnight on December 28th?
Oh, kayfabe.
I was kind of interested. I thought I might have missed something good. I could have gone there and, well, I don't know.
We
had fun at Kowloon, too. Brian, FTR post-match promo could be interesting. Bash Sports entertainers and old men that are running their companies into the ground. I agree with you on that, Brian.
Oh,
where was the Christmas party? What's that? All right.
What are you going to do?
You didn't go climbing mountains, though. It would have been tough to try and climb a mountain in a bathing suit December 28th at midnight.
In the cold.
But I've heard of stranger things. You know our world of wrestling is unique.
He would have been frozen to the mountain.
Cactus Jack Black, I think Omega and Hangman lose tonight. Somehow it'll turn into a feud between the two. When is the next AEW pay-per-view? Is that Thanksgiving weekend, I think?
I think so. I'm not 100%. Let me check on the old...
Manzi, absolute gentleman that is Dan, not to take the piss out of my drunk spelling. Manzi, brother. Salute. From our TV studio to your home. That's just John Cena Sr.'s Fabo Pop, though.
I don't think they have anything listed.
I don't know if it's been announced yet, but I think it's Thanksgiving weekend. 2 days after. And I think that's a great weekend to do it. Whenever the next AEW pay-per-view is, WWE will run Starrcade to oppose it. Brian, do you really think they'll do Starrcade this year? Were they really not having events?
That one's most likely going to be Full Gear.
Yeah. Well, that was one of my favorites.
Yeah. Back in the day. Back in the 80s.
I know Sarge Russo was a big fan of Full Metal last year.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Rick B, does the Fabo Pop have alcohol in it? Absolutely not, Rick. I'm insulted that you'd even insinuate such a thing. It is fine, first-class soda pop produced by John Cena Sr. I think the secret ingredient is the glue from his piece. I don't know that to be true, but I have a suspicion. Don't take my Twitch channel. Bill, I'm not trying to take it. Brian Long thinks they'll have an event to counter AEW. They always seem to find something to counter AEW, don't they? I thought it was kind of odd they had pay-per-views 2 weekends in a row before this one.
Got to boost those network.
But I could be wrong.
Here we go. Irish whip into the corner. Oh, close
Now,
line.
is a tights new for Adam Page?
Yes, he usually wears the, I don't know what you want to call it.
Tights?
Tight, but tight shorts, I guess you could say, or just, I don't know, singlet? No, singlets are the ones that go over the shoulders. I don't know. I don't know the right verbiage to use. Tights are what I would say Omega's wearing because...
Yeah, he always wears them.
I know that.
Trunks would be for the short.
Yeah, trunks. There you go. Irish whip.
I like the idea of the Starcade event as a WWE Network special. I just think, how many wrestling events with no fans can you possibly present with storylines that no one wants to see? One man's opinion. I like that AEW has the old quarterly pay-per-view schedule. It makes the events a little bit more interesting. Again, a lot of it's hit or miss. You have some fine talents like you have right now in the ring, world-class athletes. And then you have some guys that we saw earlier tonight. I can't understand why they're on a national television product at this point in their career. Doesn't make them bad people. Doesn't mean they don't try hard. It just means at this point they're not good enough to be at that level.
This just feels like a glorified Dynamite. There's really nothing that differentiates this pay-per-view and what they've done in Dynamite the past couple months, past couple weeks.
Manzi, was I a presenter on WWF? No. No, WWF has never put me on television. They were kind enough to have me as part of the family for 9 months in 2000 to 2001, but certainly not in any way, shape, or form on television. But people really would have been roasting the quality of the show. Angle should last longer the AEW pay-per-view way. Yeah, you're right, 802. I've always been big on the long builds, as long as there's a good payoff to it. WWE, sometimes they go long, and it's just endless, and there's no real ending to it. Bill, you don't think the pay-per-view is worth $50 tonight, buddy?
No, as I said before, it's just a glorified Dynamite. There's nothing special on this show tonight.
And you wore glasses for it.
Yeah.
I mean, you were really excited.
As I'm trying to talk about the show,
Yeah.
but I guess we can go off on another, talk about something that's
Well,
not about pro
about
wrestling.
Talk
I'm trying to
about
talk about it, and then you go on
Keep going,
about my
brother.
glasses. I'm just saying, there's nothing tonight that you won't see either the past couple weeks on Dynamite or the next couple weeks. Yeah, this tag match in the main event, but other than 2 matches, are you really going to pay $50 for a bunch of stuff they've either already done or stuff you're probably going to see a rematch of the next couple weeks? It's just nothing I'd pay $50 for ever.
You want to know what I think the best part of the AEW pay-per-views are, honestly? That they do them on Saturday night.
Oh, I love that.
I
can't
too.
do this. I can't do the Sunday night pay-per-view. It's just, especially when they want to go towards the kids crowds. You think the kids are going to want to watch a pay-per-view right before school or something like that?
During the Attitude Era, it would have been a great time to go back to Saturday nights.
I don't know. But
Smartphone 3.0. Cena's dad is on his way to the studio. He heard you throw shade about his hairpiece glue. Well, I don't know if it's shade, if it's the truth. Is it?
it's not shade if it's the truth, though.
I don't know.
Probably not. But
He's got that long ride from the dangerous streets of Newburyport, as he calls it. Those are some dangerous streets. I guess they're dangerous because they still don't even have lights on the roads, but they're a little backwards now. The surprise entrance botches on their debut like the Shockmaster. Let's see.
it's Seidel.
Have some respect, young man. Me? I respect everyone, don't I?
Young man,
Young man. Wait, it's not my birthday yet. I still have what's today's date?
the 5th.
I have 16 days of somewhat youth left.
Somewhat you.
Somewhat youth. Is that how you'd label it, Gabe? Somewhat youth? All right, thank you.
Do you?
Wow, I'm more than double your ages combined. Isn't that something? Age doesn't bother me, though. My body may age, but my spirit does not.
Yeah. But Do you agree with me that there's really nothing special about this show tonight?
I haven't seen the whole thing. From what I have seen, I would say absolutely not. I'd say this
Well,
has
the opening
potential
match
to be really good.
The opening match was Britt Baker and Big Swole,
No interest.
and it was the tooth and nails match.
They could have had teeth, tooths, nails, bullets.
The only thing that made that at least somewhat special or different was that they had it at her dentist office.
Then that just makes it even less interesting.
It's a little different. Different doesn't make it better, just different.
If I walked outside and saw a pile of dog shit in the color blue, it would be different, but that doesn't mean I necessarily want to see it.
I never said I wanted to see it, though.
Oh, all right. Well, you're putting it over.
When did I? All I
You
said
tell
was
me
that
how different it is. I
it's
realize
different.
that
Just because it's different doesn't mean it's
matches
good.
in dentist offices aren't normal.
That's why they're different.
That's why.
As I was saying, and then they had the Casino Battle Royal, which again went way over time, overbooked. Really nothing special to that. Again, a different match because they don't have it that much, but still nothing really to it.
How many women's matches did they have? Just the two?
Yeah, they had two. And then they had Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express, which, again, something you can see any Wednesday on Dynamite. There's just nothing different. And that
Jurassic Express is another one that's over my head.
And that's the same thing with WWE. None of their stuff is special or different because what they do is they do the rematches either after or the matches at the actual pay-per-view have been done before. So are you really going to go and sign up for the network or go buy
For
it?
$10, it's not bad. As much as I dislike a lot of what
But is
they
it going to
do,
be worth signing up for $10 when
Yeah.
you can just tune in on Monday night?
I think it's worth $10. I wouldn't pay much more, but I think for $10,
$10 is fine. But I'm saying, is it worth it though, or do you just? But
is it worth it? No, for me, I really don't use it. The baby Marathi likes to watch it, so.
But that's the
if he
thing. Is there
enjoys it, that's
anything
fine.
different about the pay-per-view? Say you weren't a subscriber.
No, there's not much difference between the TV shows and the pay-per-views.
I think we were talking about that earlier.
Almost got a headbutt to the balls there.
Like we were talking about earlier, of how all the pay-per-view matches and the big matches are now on TV. His shoulder was up. Everything is on TV because they got to try to pop the TV ratings. That's why there's really nothing special about the pay-per-views anymore because it's stuff we've seen multiple times before, or it's just the same BS.
This is a tag team title war right now. Is the only way I can describe it.
Bigger war than that 8-man tag match, I'll tell you that.
But I'll say this: likely the biggest match of Revival's career. Or what do they call it? FTR? Does that have a
FTR.
meaning?
Well, there's a video that Cody said. He said, "F the Revival."
Well, I know that's not what it means in AEW.
I know
now.
that.
I understand the pun.
Did I finish?
Oh,
And then people were using it when they were leaving WWE, and it meant free the Revival. So people have used it in different, ways. Either F the Revival or free the Revival, or in this case, forget the Revival.
You know what FTR stands for to me?
What?
Fridays tonight. Fill in the blank.
I can't think of an R word.
Neither can I. I'm too tired.
Fridays tonight, Reno.
Yeah, you know what? If Reno was with us, he'd be here. I wonder if Cody will pull a Hogan and say the pay-per-view didn't draw because there was no Cody on it. Brother. Well, 802 says FTI has many meanings. All right. I think one would be sufficient, but
My mother wants to know who's in the urn.
my soul.
In that one?
Yes.
That's
The
pretty.
part of me that died August 5th, 2005, when I got blown up with Commissioner Von Johnson and Cheeky Baby because of some worthless drunk driver in Blackstone, Massachusetts, that almost killed me completely, but just took a piece of my heart, and we put it right there.
Well, you think there's much left, or?
Of my heart?
Yeah.
No.
No. Well,
Gabe said absolutely not.
Well, you know
But
who
I
has
like
the-
to think there's a little.
you know who has the rest of it?
No, Linda only took my wallet.
And stomped on your testicles.
and stomped on my testicles and drove over them in the car that I bought her in December. You know, who would want to ride in the brand new car they bought, Gabe? I don't know.
But other than that, she's
Other
a
than
sweetheart.
that, she's great. Look, I like how he had the tag rope between his crotch.
Did he grab the tag rope while it was in his nuggets?
Rick B., I hope you sued the drunk driver for some money. You want to know the truth, Rick? The kid was about a year younger than me, so he would have been, 23 or 24 at the time. And his insurance was for next to nothing. He had next to nothing. I wound up with, all considered what it did to my body, next to nothing. The funniest story, though, is that the sheik, who lived in Georgia, signed on with this ambulance chaser. And I think the ambulance chaser realized how little money there was for him to interact with a high drunk sheik, and the Iron Sheik did not get 1 penny.
Oh, man.
And I think that's wrong, but he signed some kind of paperwork with this lawyer that just went AWOL on him. So I got next to nothing, the Sheik got nothing, and Commissioner Von Johnson, he didn't, I think he only got like $6,000. And you want to know what happened? You don't know Commissioner Von Johnson.
No.
But he actually saw, as in mid, and this is awful, in mid-explosion, he soiled his pants. So not only was he blown up by a drunk driver, but he shit himself in the process. It's amazing that I can look back on this night of fire and an inferno and remember that that man's ass exploded.
Literally.
Literally. And if anyone ever doubts this story, you have to contact my dear friend Warbeard Hansen, Viking War Raider of who drove by it and saw the inferno with me on the hood and could not believe his eyes. I was on the hood of the SUV at that point, yeah.
Meanwhile, Von Johnson's ass was in the trunk.
Von Johnson was trying to turn his driver's seat into a porta potty. He just didn't have any luck opening it up. As Brian Long said, that's shitty. It sure is. But you know what? I'll say this. If it wasn't for the commissioner's precision driving, the accident could have been worse.
This match has to be close to 25 minutes. I get it's probably the second premiere.
Yeah, that other one ended about 10.
Yeah, because I remember you said something about the tag match, and I said it was, 10:01 at that time? And then with the entrances, it's got to be at least 20, 25 minutes.
Smartphone 3.0. What city? I want to see the local paper. I know it was in the Boston Globe. It would have been probably in the paper within early in the week of August of 2005. I don't remember us being identified by name. I don't think they knew it was Iron Sheik because I remember when the police arrived, the Sheik wouldn't even give them his information. He said, you have to talk to my boss, Dan Maloney, who is me. And I'll never forget from the site of this, having to call the Sheik's wife at 2 a.m. with a pickup truck in front of us that was on fire, with shoes and a teddy bear and clothes all over the highway. I had to call the Sheik's wife and explain what had happened. And I said, they need his date of birth. And she said, well, it's either March 15th or September 9th. We're not sure which one it is, and neither is he. So I said, am I just supposed to pick one? And we went with March 15th. Another true story, that the man had 2 birthdays. That's how incredible Sheiky Baby is.
Well, one of his birthdays is coming up soon.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know what, if you miss him in the late winter, you have the late summer for him. You can't go wrong.
You think this match is over?
Tim Nichols says he's surprised most wrestlers don't shit themselves with all the hard bumps they take in the ring. I think the key is not to eat before you go on.
A lot of them probably drop a deuce before they...
Maybe that's the key to it. I've never had to go on like that.
Take a...
Commissioner Von Johnson, though, that poor man, imagine the ride in the ambulance. You know, are you in pain? Where are you in pain?
My asshole.
You know, where do you feel? Where do you feel anything? Are you bleeding? Oh, wait a minute. Are you bleeding down there? Oh, wait a minute. That's not blood. The poor commish. They had to put him in an adult diaper to get him home. They didn't have any underwear for him.
You didn't want to donate?
No.
What do you think about
smartphone? If you knew the wild times I've had with the Sheik.
What do you think about Tully with FTR?
Great. I think Tully Blanchard accentuates FTR. Fantastic. I think that's a great pairing. I think Tully's a great promo. I don't think he does all that much for Sean Spears. I don't think Sean Spears does all that much
For himself.
for Tully or for himself. Yeah. Maybe he's not quite as bad as the Commissioner Von Johnson role, but you know, what's that kid's name? Griff something or other?
Griff. Ooh.
The one in the front row? He looks like Gabe.
Oh, he kind of does.
We got to get a picture of him. You look like one of these guys. I just don't know his...
Hang on.
You're going to Google it?
No, I'm friends with him on Facebook.
And you don't know his name.
Griff Garrison.
Is your real name Griff Garrison? Are you in Jacksonville, Florida right now? Telepathically. Doesn't that look like him?
It looks like him.
We'll have to show it to him when we're done. He'll really be blown away.
Oh, this one looks like him. Who is
802, I remember.
Who is his tag team partner?
Never seen the guy.
Rhetorical again. That looks just like him.
Like who, Gabe? I didn't know who you were pointing to.
Who do you think? You think it looks like you?
Yes, I look a lot like Griff Garrison.
Yeah.
People have said that Gabe and I could be brothers, even though we were born several decades apart. What year were you born, Gabe? 2 decades apart.
Jeez.
For all the fans at home, what are we going to have for the Dan Marotti birthday celebration, September 21st? You know what the answer is going to be? Nothing.
Vegas.
I wish. We should have been there if the Cauliflower Alley Club was.
We should have been there in April. What are you going to do? Oh, pushes him in. Oh, man. This might be it. Oh, this. 1, 2.
No,
Oh, man.
that's not it.
If that ended on a roll-up.
Wrestling fans, if you're not completely enthralled with this tag team title war we have right now here on AEW All Out, don't forget, the eBay store is open for business. Get the link right on BostonWrestling.com. It's rather long to type out, as it's about 600 characters. Make it easy on yourself. All of these great autographed items we have behind us, the drawings, the limited edition to 35 or 36 WrestleMania 8x10 photos, pay-per-view posters. The NXT roster posters are really cool. And all the money we raise, it simply helps us keep professional wrestling legends working. Hot tag to Adam Page, baby.
I tell you, my horse won the Kentucky Derby today.
Did you hear the story about Bull Montana and the horse?
No.
Did you hear the story about Bull Montana and the horse, Gabe? Were you here for that? Who was directing that episode?
Who was it with?
Remember Bull Montana? He used to work at the horse track, and his job was to... I'll save the story for Tony. Oh, now you remember. Okay.
I think I can connect the dots, but...
That's my favorite horse story.
Was he servicing the horses?
We'll save it for the Tony episode. It's much better than that. Grade A quality material in more ways than one.
Was it at least minimum wage?
I think it was more of a... You know, like how we have Reno and Quincy down at the studio? Please. And they're holding hands, too. Oh, come on.
And they moved over to take it. Are you kidding? See, that's the
and I like all 4 of these guys, but I hate that spot. It's so overdone in wrestling. The whole let's hold hands, and then all of a sudden,
look up.
He's coming down. At least poor Tully didn't get involved. He was taken aback. Look at Tully.
That's what the horses said.
I can't believe it.
This match has been going on almost about a half hour now, I want to say. I mean, it's not that bad.
No, it's a very solid match. I wouldn't call it great. I'd call it very good. I don't think it needs to go this long unless they have some kind of a bang-out finish plan. You know who they had a great feud with that was never really focused on TV? Was Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. They had some house show matches that were better than pay-per-view quality. And WWE, for whatever reason, never really wanted to do
God.
anything with it.
Chad Gable's a good work. Again, he's like Big E. He's too short. If he was taller, he'd have a better opportunity.
He was taller.
Yeah. If he was taller, he'd have a better opportunity.
Taller, yeah.
If he was taller, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Maybe he needs to go out on the boat with you down in Bridgeport.
Bridgeport?
Where do you get on the boat? I don't know.
Bridgeport.
Where do you get on the boat?
ferry.
Is that? I don't know. You mark out for yourself and put pictures of yourself in a boat on social media.
I'm
floating.
I will not discuss the location.
Yeah, you don't want anyone to know.
Of our
as long
private.
As it's not New Haven.
No, gun wave in New Haven. That's a no-no there.
I had a lot of fun in New Haven back when the New Haven Coliseum was open.
Back in 1875, but
when did the New Haven Coliseum close? I think it was August of 2002.
Something like that. I wish they never knocked it down.
It was a difficult building to get into because you had to walk down
those steps.
A slope. No. To get into the locker room, I mean, you had to walk down a big ramp, a big slope to get into the bottom. I remember the day after SummerSlam 98, the Highway to Hell, the Jackal and I had a nice meal and catering that day at the New Haven Coliseum while all the boys were watching the replay of the pay-per-view on big screen TV. Hey, look at that. Good spot.
I like that. That was good. Now, are we going to do the finish or?
Tully's telling him what to do now. Take it home, brother.
Give him the go home.
Gabe is sitting there saying, not only have I never really seen wrestling, I can't believe I'm looking at the back of a television set. As these two talk, saying I look like a man named Griff Garrison. Now, if you want, Google that on your phone, Gabe. Did you look it up already?
No, he didn't. He's doing it now.
Griff Garrison, as it would sound.
It's like Harrison, but with the G.
Yeah, he's good.
Hit bang. Oh, Omega's sitting right there.
You think he's going to break it up?
Unless he doesn't help him.
No, he didn't break it up.
Oh, my God.
There were those sounds again.
I don't know what that could be.
I wonder what happened to Little Cena. Why did he no-show?
He didn't make the town.
No, that's unfortunate. He's a wise soul, but...
You seem to not have a lot of...
What do you think? Yay or nay? He sees a little Griff in him. Now, could we advertise that man on the next Memorial Hall event and have you do autograph photos as him? And do pose photos for $5 each?
He's got to grow his hair out, though.
He's going to grow his hair a little bit, but it'll be worth it.
You got to get a little taller because I think Griff is like 6'4".
Yeah, these guys don't know that. See, Gabe, we're finding new life for you here in Boston wrestling.
He's going to take bookings as Griff Garrison now.
Gabe Garrison.
Yeah, Gabe.
Griff's younger brother. And the people would buy that. He looks just like him.
How's your brother doing? Oh, he's good. He's good.
He's down in Jacksonville this week. Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Did you see him on pay-per-view? Yeah, I was watching the back of the TV set. While two people sat in virtual darkness talking about it. Uh-oh. Right.
Oh, this is it.
I smell a finish.
FTR win.
I smell a finish. Everybody ducked.
Bang.
Oh, but not that time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, low blow right in front of the referee.
No, that was a chop block.
Oh, is that what it was? I apologize.
Because they've been working on his knee the whole...
Why is he trying to take off his pants? What was that?
I think he's trying to... Is he trying to tell him something? Or revive him? Oh, right in the face.
This could be it.
This
I can only hope. Well,
that match...
Shades of the Brain Busters at WrestleMania 5, folks. This could be it. Unless Kenny Omega breaks this one up.
2, 3. What? Some
Tully
people,
Blanchard had the same
some
reaction
people just,
I did.
some people just tweeted out that it ended. So I think we're behind a little bit.
Oh, we're lagging a little?
The match time was 29 minutes and 37
All right, you know what we got
seconds.
to do? After this is over, see if there's a way you can push it up a little. You know what I mean?
Hit
Like
live.
if it's a few minutes speed. Yeah, like that in English.
What the hell? Why didn't they just pin him on the first one? Just pin him on the first one.
It wasn't bad. It just
that was
wasn't great.
way too long.
I give it a solid B. But I thought we might get more. Is there like almost like YouTube? If you go onto the screen itself, does it let you?
That's what do you think I'm trying to do?
What if you hit refresh?
I don't want to try that. We're only about like a minute or two behind, so that a half hour. Oh my God.
No, we have new tag team champions, Griff. What do you think of that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. He's thinking back to that Christmas party he had December 28th at midnight.
That was a good time. They did this. This would have been a good way to end it. But then they had to hit that.
Kenny Omega looked rather feeble. He looked like it was almost in Reno speed on that one. He was trying to make a tag and he wasn't even at the pose. I don't know. Good match, but
it was good. It's just you could have cut it. You could have left out a lot of that match.
You could have taken 20 minutes out of it. I don't know about that. But
you could have taken a good 10 minutes out of that match and still gotten the point across.
Sally's having a cold one.
And still have done the same thing in 10 less minutes. And it's now 10:42, and we have 2 more matches in this show. And the main event is going to be, if they're going to give this match 30 minutes, I'll tell you, MJF and Moxley, I bet that gets a good 20 minutes. And then you add in, what's the other match? I keep forgetting.
Orange Cassidy.
Oh, God.
Let's check in with our great fans on YouTube. What are you saying about this? As the three of us continue to entertain. Oh, my God.
This show is way too long. Matt Hardy went.
Okay, Nikhil Sharma, can you run down the results, Matt, for them?
The results right now. Let me see. I got to bring it up.
Whoa, we got a lot of messages since I put the computer down. You guys love to write.
Love to what?
Tim Nichols, where is Joe Henning Curtis Axel? He's enjoying life in Minnesota unless he's on the show tonight, and I don't know it. The Mimosa match, WTF. Less is more, can always sell a rematch. I think you're right about that, Brian. Gotti and Late Night Dinner, you got that right, brother. Cactus Jack Black, Virtual Darkness, sounds like a finish. No, it's our reality right now.
You want me to do the results?
Yeah, do the results.
All
Put
right.
them down,
Well,
baby.
FTR just beat Omega and Page. I think Page just laid him out.
No, wait, it just ruined the camera right there.
Yeah. Matt Cardona, Scorpio Sky, and the Natural Nightmares. Oh, God. Defeated the Dark Order. Forgettable. Hikaru Shida defeated Thunder Rosa to retain her title. Okay match. Matt Hardy defeated Sammy Guevara via 10 count. Whatever that means. Again, forgettable. Something they've done before and has been prolonged.
Just the short form answers. There were only 8 matches. It's at 6 right now.
Lance Archer won the Battle Royal, which I thought was a good idea.
Now, wait a minute. We got some problems right now backstage. Kenny Omega's had enough. Young Bucks trying to calm him down. If you like the Young Bucks, fans, you know what? There's always time for a cheap plug. We have this beautiful original Mr. USA Tony Atlas art. It's available on eBay, or even better if you contact us direct. We don't have to give eBay the big cut. This was Matt and Nick with the IWGP and PWG tag team title belts in front of the Tokyo Dome. Google the picture online, and you look at the drawing that Tony made of it. In addition to that, folks, you want to talk about the gimmick table, look at this. I only have one of these. Tony usually makes a few 11 by 17 prints. Don't ask me why. There's only one that he autographed. It's up for grabs. It's for sale tonight. If you want a tremendous print of his Kamala drawing, it's yours. We can ship it out to you this week in a nice top loader, in a bubble package, so nothing will happen to your merchandise. But if you really like Kamala, if you really want to add a great collectible to your collection, what about this? This is the original drawing of the print I just showed you. This is 18 by 24 inches. It is hand-drawn by WWE Hall of Famer Mr. USA Tony Atlas. It is autographed by Mr. USA Tony Atlas with his real name. It says Tony Atlas White, WWE Hall of Fame 2006. I really like this one. I don't want it to sell. That's why it hasn't, he only brought it tonight, but it hasn't gone on eBay or the website or anything like that. I don't want the Kamala one to go. He really put a lot of effort into that one. But if you see just the detail on the faces on these jackets, did he not put a lot of detail into those jackets?
A lot of faces.
That's a lot of faces.
So, as Al Snow would say, it's a lot of head.
Have you ever seen the real photo?
I'm sure I've seen the real photo.
You don't remember it, though. But this one, we're very happy to put in the hands of a Young Bucks lover, AEW lover, if you love wrestling in Japan. What a nice photo drawing to have on your wall. One of a kind, just like the Kamala one. But with Kamala, we also have the 11 by 17. We also have, behind Kamala, we have, for the John Cena fans, Tony Atlas autographed that John Cena print. We have the Hogan and Andre one that our friend from the United Kingdom was interested in. The face-to-face pose down between Hulk and Andre and their iconic WrestleMania 3 clash. And we also have a man we were just talking about, a drawing from a photo taken between Tony Atlas and Shiki Baby in 1980 in Japan. All of those are available now. We'll ship them right to your home. If that wasn't enough, all of these great 11 by 14 posters. If you look over Matt's shoulder, we have Lacey Evans, Braun Strowman, the late Vader, Leon White, who joined us in studio, Adam Cole. If you look behind us dead center, you have from what would be your left to right, NXT TakeOver 2019 Phoenix, one of only 100 signed by all 12 superstars that competed. The 2018 NXT roster poster signed by all 21 superstars. We have, I believe the gentleman's name is Rob Schamberger, who does a lot of the drawings for WWE. This drawing print of Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch is signed by all four. It's one of 25 that was going to be sold at the WWE Superstore WrestleMania weekend, which obviously didn't happen. We have a Hell in the Cell 11 by 14 poster, one of only 50, signed by Bray Wyatt. We have this beautiful Hulk Hogan autograph photo file poster. Photo File was producing the original WWE photos for a while. I believe their license expired. Hulk signed probably about 20 items when we did an appearance with him back in 2014 at our buddy Pat Catino's gym. Continuing over my shoulder, it is the 2019 WWE NXT roster poster. It is signed by all 15 superstars on the poster itself. Let me continue over my shoulder. We have all four Undisputed Era members, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, Adam Cole, and former MWF superstar Bobby Fish signed on one poster. Johnny Gargano, who was part of that Iron Man match on NXT for the championship this past week. EC3, who stole the TNA championship from TNA. And the ever so lovely Nikki Cross.
Oh, ever so lovely.
In addition to that, we have those limited edition 8x10 photos from the WrestleMania Superstore, WrestleMania 35 in New York, and again, WrestleMania 36 that didn't happen. Daniel Bryan, Sasha Banks, Adam Cole, Rey Mysterio, Drew McIntyre, all three members of the, what was their name?
OC.
The OC, yeah. AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Kyle Anderson. I can't turn around for the rest.
Edge, Finn Balor, and Charlotte Flair.
And that's just some of the great stuff. They're available on eBay, but if you reach out to us, you can use PayPal just like you would on eBay. eBay doesn't get the cut if you deal with us. that means it's more money we can put into having the legends here in the studio. I know you guys want to know what I have cooking up for December, but I can't tell you yet. I want to tell you, but let me catch up on the messages from you wonderful folks.
Sorry, in the middle of this, I gotta plug my phone in. So I can still hear me as we have Orange Cassidy versus Chris Jericho coming up next.
Monica tonight in one of the episodes we taped. He's been actually able to see her, so which is a great thing. It was the first time since, I think, March 18th. He was actually supposed to come here in studio, but he got summons to the hospital as the family was alerted that they weren't going to be able to see their loved ones anymore. So he's finally seen her. It was kind of behind, it was outside, but it was behind like a plastic shield. They couldn't touch or embrace or anything like that. But at least he's been able to see her, and I think he is going to again within the next month. So thumbs up about that. For those fans at home that may not be aware of it, Tony's wife, Monica, suffered a stroke in June of 2019 and has been hospitalized ever since. It's a really sad situation. Obviously, she lost her job and her income as a result of it. And due to coronavirus, Tony has lost his job as a personal trainer. And obviously his wrestling bookings going on 6+ months now with no end in sight. That's why it's so important, again, that we use the platform that is this show to try and keep wrestling legends working. If you don't have a contract with WWE, AEW, you have virtually nothing right now as a pro wrestler. And that's kind of a tough end of life. I don't know how else to put it. I'm trying to think of the more appropriate words, but it always bothers me that wrestling legends that maybe never made huge money, but were big stars on TV for wrestling fans around the world to enjoy, are virtually left with nothing. And that's sad that Tony is in that situation. He's got a great spirit. He continues to try and work hard to try and find solutions to the problems in his life, but he deserves better than he's got. The same could be said for Marty Jannetty, who I think a lot of now, and he's in a tough spot. So many of the guys, I don't want to name everybody's names, that are having health problems or financial problems, but you know, when you look at virtually every mainstream actor, actress, musician, athletes in various major sports, they have nice quality of lives when their time in the spotlight is over, and that does not happen a lot of the time in the king of sports, professional wrestling. And that's one reason why I really want to continue to do what we do on this show.
Oh my God.
And what do we got coming up?
A mimosa match. They have, what are these, hot tubs filled with...
Hot tubs? What's that? What's a hot tub? I'm teasing.
Well, at least we could talk about the show. But they got hot tubs filled with mimosas. Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy coming out to face. Would you consider... Look at that, look at that, look at that.
It's ridiculous.
I guess the way to win is to throw your opponent into it. I don't know how else this would work. But what do you... Would you consider Chris Jericho a wrestling legend right now? Or...
No.
What would you consider him now?
He's a top-tier guy. He's excellent. He's a main eventer. But is he a legend? No. And I know there's probably a lot of people that'll disagree with that. But
what about Randy Orton? Do you think he's a legend yet?
No.
What about Marco Stunt?
Please. He looks like a little Chucky doll. Is Jericho a wrestling legend? Hey, Gabe. Have you ever heard of Chris Jericho?
Yeah.
Honestly?
No.
Well, he's done some things outside of wrestling. So, you know what? No, he's not a legend to me. Have you ever heard of Randy Orton?
Yeah.
Why have
He
you
was
heard
there
of
the
Randy
night.
Orton? Did you see him, or are you familiar with like his social media thing? So you know who Randy Orton is? All right, well, you know what? It's Gabe has no idea about what's going on with anything. He knows Orton more than Jericho.
So Orton's a legend because Gabe knows him?
Orton, well, no, Orton, I think,
If Gabe knows him in wrestling, they're a legend.
Orton, I think, was more main event from top to bottom than Jericho was. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Well, because Jericho had certain stints where he wasn't really.
Yeah, kind of a mid-card guy.
Yeah.
And that's not to say he hasn't had an excellent career, but to me,
Orton's been at the
wrestling
top.
legend is I don't think that everybody that ever participated in WWE was a legend. I give that criteria.
You know.
And I'm not talking to you. I'm just being the fans at home. I don't call anybody that ever had a good spot a legend because they're not, in my opinion. I hate to say it. I don't think. No, I'm not going to say it. But
You can say it. Come on, go ahead.
No.
You're not going to hurt anybody's feelings.
No, I might.
Justice for Jericho's jacket sign. Oh, God.
Jericho's had an outstanding career. He's made a lot of money. He's made a lot of people happy. I just don't think he's a professional wrestling legend.
What do you think he needs to do to get that? Or is there really nothing he can do?
He needs one more big run in WWE. And at his age, I don't know if that's going to happen.
And he said he doesn't want to leave AEW either.
If the money was right, he'd be gone in a heartbeat if his contract was up.
Well, AEW must be paying
Brian
him
Long
handsomely.
disagrees. Randy Orton really hasn't done anything legendary. Brian, to me, other than his horrific feud he had with Bray Wyatt for a couple of pay-per-views in 2017, he's a guy that's always delivered good to great matches and top spots on pay-per-views and on TV shows. To me, is he at legend point?
Whoa.
I'm not 100% sold. Let's hope it's over.
2. Whoa, he kicked out of the code breaker at the beginning of the match.
Cactus Jack Black disagrees with me. I'm 31 years old. I'd rather watch Bob Orton wrestle instead of Randy. I like Bob an awful lot. He's been here in this very studio.
So he just hit his finishing move, and Cassidy's selling like the match. Well, it did just start, but he's making it seem like he didn't just get hit with Jericho's finishing move. He hit the finisher, covered for 3, kicked out at 2, and now they're back up fighting like nothing happened.
I think this, as far as if you're going to label someone a legend or top talent or however you want to look at it, I think this foolishness hurts Jericho. I think Jericho did too much comedy to make him a quote-unquote legend.
He was legit from like October to, I would say, January. After he lost the title, he's just turned into a comedy act with the Demo God and what is it, Le Champion and Le Sex Gods. And
to be fair, there is a demographic that really likes it. I'm just not one of them.
Well, yeah, they like it, but it's just when it comes to his reputation and, well, as Joan Jett said.
I mean, trying to make this imbecile look like he's a top talent is just ridiculous to me.
Going for the walls of Jericho on Little Orange Cassidy. Look, he's picking him up off the mat.
Yeah, Brian, I think we talk a lot. I think we agree on that one. Solid, just not exactly at legend point. Now, is the finish of this match to throw the guy in the...
No, remember he just went for a cover?
So why is the mimosas at ringside?
Maybe you either win by covering your opponent or putting him in there. I don't know.
Tim Nichols, you're right about Randy, but I mean, if Coco Beware is in the Hall of Fame, I think Randy's going to make it 13 world titles or not.
And he's probably going to win a 14th at Clash of Champions on September 27th.
I would hope that's not the case.
Well, you hope, but it's...
No, to be honest, I like Randy a lot more than McIntyre, but Drew McIntyre shouldn't lose until there are fans in the crowd. They need to have some kind of an idea just how over he is.
Well, the thing is, they don't know when that's going to happen.
Well, so you give him a long run.
What
did he just break over his head? A plate?
Or is that a pitcher? I think it was a pitcher. Or a pan or something like that. I don't know. But, I mean...
Yeah, Brian, I agree with you about Jericho too, buddy.
I mean, there were some talks that they were supposed to be putting the title on Orton at SummerSlam, but they wanted to prolong it more to get more juice out of the feud and to cover up more time. They should have just given the title to Orton at SummerSlam, because what did Drew do at Payback? Nothing. Oh, God, what are we getting
he was
here?
Selling the injury, right? Oh. I mean, come on.
It's just, I don't know. I can't stand. And then he's wrestling what, in skinny jeans? Come on. Skinny jeans and sneakers. Oh, that wasn't too bad of a right. Thing is, Orange Cassidy, he's been in wrestling. I didn't know this until a couple months ago. He's been in wrestling for a long time.
Really?
I think if Griff Garrison up there, if he Googles it, when Orange Cassidy made his debut in wrestling, I believe I read something that he's been in it for like 10, 15 years, something in that range.
Well, I'm glad there's a lot of people that like the man so he can earn a living. I've never seen him do anything that's held my attention. I just think
It's for all these Mark fans nowadays.
802 says Orange has been around 15 years. Okay, well.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like 15. When I read that, I was like, there's no way that can be true.
I want to ask you guys right now, we've had pay-per-views 3 straight weekends. What have you enjoyed the most? SummerSlam, Payback, or tonight's?
Can I say neither or none?
I didn't like SummerSlam all that much, even though I missed some of it because of the issue we ran into. Payback was very forgettable. And this is done. Has anyone enjoyed any of the pay-per-views the past 3 weeks?
I would say if I had to choose out of the 3 which one I liked the most, if I had to pick my poison, I'd probably say SummerSlam, because Payback had, 7 or 8 matches on the card and nothing really happened. And then you look at this, again, nothing really happened. If John Moxley retains, then there's really nothing. Other than FTR winning, there's nothing. Oh, God. Oh, so you got a powerbomb it? Or is he going to powerbomb the shit out of him?
Brian, yeah, I think you're right. The Orange Cassidy gimmick, it's cute on the indies. I can see it being a fun
gimmick. That's what I'm saying, the
kids.
fanboys.
But even opening match on a national television promotion, I just don't see it.
Or the co-main event?
No, yeah, never mind the position it's in right now. Maria Davis likes SummerSlam the most. That's just because you were talking to your good friend Marty Jannetty, Maria. You don't fool me for 1 second, no matter how many songs have been written and sung about you.
There's no way this match should be this long.
Tim Nichols enjoyed Keith Lee's win over Orton. Payback was the Roman show. SummerSlam 1990 was Manzi's favorite. Manzi, I remember having a great party SummerSlam 90 night back when they were on Mondays. Remember when SummerSlam used to be on Monday night for the first few years? Those were fun to a kid, being able to stay up late, on a non-weekend day.
Oh, he's got this.
He's going to need a bat to knock him into the mimosas. Now, I'd love to know what Gabe is thinking in there. Why are they talking about a swimming pool filled with mimosas on a wrestling show? Because he can't see it. He's just admiring the fact that
he's probably trying to picture it in his head.
Yeah.
He's trying to picture 2 mimosa pools next to a pro wrestling ring. He's probably thinking, what the hell? Oh, here we go.
Tiffany Love said SummerSlam 90 is her favorite.
Maybe we should do retro pay-per-view watch-alongs.
Would you guys like that? Would you rather us watch pay-per-views that were good? We could all start the network at the same time? Brian Lung, the longer the match goes, the weaker it looks for both guys. Brian, you get it, brother. It's not trying to put down what these people are doing. It's absurd. And I like Jericho. Jericho's a good guy.
Come on. They've gone, 20 minutes and no one's been in one of those pools yet? Oh, come on.
This guy that weighs 110 pounds. I mean, come on.
Did you get thrown over it?
Oh, that was really good.
Oh, what's he going to do? Here we go. Mission Uncle Driver. 1, 2. Oh, my God. End it.
I remember
no one
watching
cares.
WWE pay-per-views on the black box. On the black box. Rick D knows what it's all about. Oh, I never had one of those black boxes, but I had friends that did. We loved those friends.
And all these AEW fanboys claim that these WWE shows are too long. Between the AEW All-Out Red Carpet, AEW All-Out Buy-In, and the main card, it's been 5 hours plus. By the time the main event ends, it's going to be a 5-6 hour show. It's insane. Overbooked, too long, forgettable BS. It makes everybody look weak. It's
Those punches are awful. I mean, I have no problems with a long show if you have really good matches
that's what I'm saying.
that are
It's
built up that people want to see. This I have no interest in. I couldn't imagine paying $50 to see this.
in a match with no rope break. So what is it supposed to be? Oh, it's
Yeah, Bill Cardona. SummerSlam was over by 9:30. Yeah, I wish this was over by 9:30. WWE has it right, at least during these coronavirus times. Less is a lot more. This is too much.
well, even towards the end of even in 2019, they started ending a little bit earlier. Instead of doing the 11:30s, they started ending them at like 10:30, towards that end of it. But then once they got into 2020, they started really, shaving down the times of pay-per-views.
Maria said SummerSlam 89 and 92 were the best.
There we go.
Trying to
Well, it looks
there's
like
a lot
pee
of
in a cup.
SummerSlams I like.
It's the mimosa, but it looks like pee. Oh, more of it fell out.
He's blinded by the mimosa.
Oh, it's going to end on this.
As long as it ends.
Oh, my
No,
God.
we can't be that lucky. Brian's right. How about watching it live? Parking, seats, concessions, merchandise. I can't imagine the lines are too long to get in when there's only 500 people there now. But
Yeah, but the thing is, I'd probably go if I lived in the area just because how long has it been since I've been to a wrestling show? Oh, God. I bet you that's not mimosa. That's got to just be straight orange juice or something.
Manzi Munster, I agree with you. The industry of nostalgia is far more valuable than the modern garbage. I agree with that. Tim Nichols, all AEW is missing is a few pieces of key talent. They need to bring in some more big guns. I think you're right, Tim. I think, they have a good foundation, but they just, for what they don't have at its core, it's awful. You have some really good stuff, and you just have some awful stuff.
I'm trying hard not to yawn right now because...
John, don't yell at me, please. John Oko, Brett versus Mr. Perfect, my favorite match of all time from SummerSlam 91, of course, at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Great match. Mr. Perfect was in a lot of pain that night.
Come on.
Articulator SK, you think PWI would ever release a list of their top 100, 250, 500 pro wrestling commentators, including the indies? I think that would be kind of tough to pull off. Maybe 100, but even that would be kind of tough.
Even a 50 commentate, you know what I mean? Here we go.
Oh. Did that miss as much as I thought it just did?
Yeah.
Oh. Please just end this. This is awful. If you're a Chris Jericho fan, I apologize.
And I'm sure
this just sucks.
All the AEW fanboys are going to be on Twitter after the show or tomorrow. This was the best pay-per-view I've seen since there were no fans, or this kicked ass over SummerSlam and Payback. Please.
I haven't seen the whole show, so I can only go by what I've seen.
You don't need to.
Other than the tag team title match, there hasn't been anything I consider any good. I had more fun with Gabe trying to figure out how to get the audio working on YouTube and realizing that he is Griff Garrison.
If I was home right now, I would just be watching baseball. Oh,
That's got to be it. If
swear,
this little guy kicks out of this. 802, yeah, we should have Jim Cornette in here with the studio for an AEW. People say I'm stiff sometimes, but my God.
So he kicked out of a code breaker right off the bat in the match. He's been put in the walls of Jericho, I believe, twice. He's taken how many other bumps and hits and whatnot, and then he gets hit with the code breaker off.
And look at how bad those punches are. Jericho, come on, brother. Lay it the fuck in. It's on pay-per-view.
And then he gets hit with a code breaker off the top rope and kicks out of that after how long this match has gone. It just makes Jericho look like shit. Oh, maybe they're waiting for him to hit the Judas effect.
If you guys didn't know, yeah, Authors of Pain did get released. And I think the problem is, I think it was Brian. Once you took Paul Ellering away from them, they lost a lot. I think he added something to that gimmick.
He was perfect for them, in my opinion. Oh, my God.
But Brian says they're unique, that I've never seen a team get worse. The more
He literally just...
What's he going to do? The razor's edge into the mimosa?
This is going to be botched. How is Jericho keeping that balance? Oh, well, here we go. Oh, the orange punch. And he's going to definitely...
They're trying to treat this with the drama of falling off a Hell in a Cell into a pool of mimosas.
And the match is over.
That's how it ended.
So why were they doing covers if all they had to do was throw them into a pool?
Well, maybe it was like a cage match where it was pinfall, submission, or leave the cage. And you know the thing is, no one gets over in a match like this because everybody looks bad. Galaxy, you're right, brother. We'll never duplicate WWF 85 to 87. Remember how great those days were when everything was hot? Everything was, well, most things were well booked. There was an intensity to it. They acted like they were trying to win matches instead of act like imbeciles. Wasn't perfect, but I tell you, 87 was a great year for this business as a whole. Tim Nichols, I'd love to see Jericho as a manager in AEW. Wouldn't that be great?
Griff Garrison must have got soaked right there.
The pretend one, not the one in the control room.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, it's time for the main event, folks. Let's move it along. He doesn't need to sell the mimosa pool for too long.
And they're probably going to take a huge break because they have to get these pools out of there and they have to clean up the mat. They have to clean up...
Maybe they pre-taped it.
The outside...
Positive?
No.
Maybe
the only thing they pre-taped, I think, was the opening match with Baker and Swole at the dentist office. But
as Rick B said, wow, another match after that, WTF, they are breaking.
And they're probably going to take a long break, I would say for about 5 minutes, to clear that stuff out. So by the time the main event starts, we're looking at 11:20, 11:25 after entrances. So you're probably looking at an end time of what, 11:45, 11:40? Oh my God.
This reminds me of the first time I went to a UFC event in Boston. I don't know what I expected because the pay-per-views don't start until what, 10 o'clock with UFC?
The main card, it depends which one.
The pay-per-view portion.
The pay-per-view one, the main card starts at, I believe, 10.
That's what it was in Boston. But the live version of it started at 7. I don't know if in my crazy mind, I thought that meant it was pre-taped or whatever, but I didn't have enough of my pain medication with me. And it was a 6-hour night watching all the prelims and the pre-show.
Yeah, because the early prelims are from like 7 to 8. And then 8 to 10 is the prelims, and then usually 10 after is the main card. But
I almost passed out on the train coming home. I was in so much pain. When I got back to where I used to live, I laid on the floor of the entryway for an hour and a half. I couldn't get up. It was one of the most painful experiences of my life. But I guess I was the moron. I guess I should have realized it was going to be a long night.
Yeah. Because I've been to a few Bellator shows, and they're long as well. I think they start their shows, I want to say, I think 6. They start theirs a little earlier, and they do a lot of matches, or fights, I guess you could say.
Here's Full Gear. I'm too old. I'm just going to stick with
Dan, here's the announcement for Full Gear.
I'm ready, baby.
So AEW Full
what
Gear.
What night are we going to have to sit through this shit again? Let's see.
So they don't have a date?
Well, it's going to be sometime.
So they did a whole promotional video, pumping it up, and they don't have a date on the screen.
Well, Manzi, thank you. We do have a certain amount of respect for the great legends of this business.
This will get all the viewers. A 58-year-old, however old he is, Dustin Rhodes, against Mr. Brody Lee.
Galaxy, he drew these three. In addition to that, he also has this big original of the Young Bucks. If you are an AEW fan, which I'm sure after tonight you must love AEW even more, as old Gabe Griff Garrison switches the camera on me. In addition to these three, the Kamala, behind Kamala, he's got old John Cena, who Tony worked with, in WWF E for a little while in 2010, 2008 to 2010. They are available now if you'd like to buy one and help us keep Professional Wrestling Legends working. We got the great preview now for this Wednesday's AEW Dynamite on TNT and the preview for the main event. Do you guys buy MJF? MJF is a credible challenger for the World Championship. I think he'd be a great manager, but for some reason as a wrestler, I don't buy it. One man's opinion. AEW Halloween Havoc. Yeah, you're right, Brian. Clark Kent's in the other room talking with Garrison. I don't know what mischief they're up to in there. I still don't understand why the lights went out. Too long of a preview for this match. The fans that have spent $50 on this, they don't need any more of a build-up to the match. They know what it is. Yeah, I agree with you, Rick. He is a great heel, but I don't see him as a main event heel type guy. He's too small. He's an EC3 copycat. Well, if you've enjoyed our adventure tonight here on the live chat, don't forget that gray super chat button is open for business. And what has been a 12-hour day at this point, the back is crying, the back is screaming. Help us get Tony back here Friday night, which is sure going to be a lot of fun after spending the day with him today. 802 Blues. I've seen this built up 6 times tonight. This video package.
At this point, I'm ready to just fall asleep.
Yeah. MJF has the gift of gab, and that's it. Yeah. I think he'd be a great manager.
Well, the thing is, he's 24, so he still has like a lot of growth in the ring and
all right. Not his height, though.
He's a decent height. I'm saying he still has a lot of growth in his wrestling career in the ring, and I mean, he has a pretty good look.
I'd like to see Wardlow get more work. He's got good size.
Good look.
I just think he's green, But this is a business that needs more big guys.
And they're wasting him by just having him be the muscle of MJF.
Well, and I don't know this to be true or false, but if he was training at a school 5 days a week to try and get better in the ring, I'd say that's a fine role for him as a bodyguard. Dan, Matt, thanks for the entertainment tonight under trying circumstances. That's all we know how to do, brother. It seems like every time we're here, there's some kind of circumstance going on.
I mean, MJF, he's got a good look. He's good on the mic. It's just he has a lot of improvement for inside the ring. But his in-ring psychology is good as well.
Yeah, to me, it's just another guy that's not that believable.
Why not?
Because he's just too small. And he comes across. Whoa, did I knock that over again? Oh, my legs. I'm in physical pain because of AEW All Out. But not as bad as Justin Roberts' bow tie. What do you guys think of Justin Roberts as a ring announcer? Does he go a little overboard? Or do you like that he's so dramatic?
In AEW, he's gone overboard.
I think so.
When he was in WWE, it was a very good mix of main events. He'd go crazy. It's like Bruce Buffer in UFC. He goes crazy for the main event, but then the other stuff, he tones down just a little bit.
He complained in his book that WWE kind of made him tame things.
Good, because he's like more Ronaldo. You don't need to go nuts for every single announcement you do or everything you say. You don't need to go nuts
All
for
right,
it.
come on.
It's
an interesting looking robe that he has on there.
It looks like Ric Flair.
I certainly would not compare that to a Ric Flair robe. That almost looks like that Harley Race one that looked like a bathrobe that he wore in the early 80s. I can't tell what that is. Is that a lion or a tiger on the?
It's a lion.
Like Cecil?
He has a lion tattoo on his right
arm.
Oh,
see, you know better than I do.
Is that a snake on there too? What else is that? A ribbon or something?
That's good. All right. Come on, John. Wherever you're hiding tonight, it's championship title defense time. Justin Roberts, John Moxley announcement, I'm sure will be orgasmic. Unscripted. Violence. All right, wrestling fans, who do you have on this one, Mox or MJF? If there's a title change tonight, I really might pass out. Well, he's taking a long way to the ring.
I think it's way too early to put the title on MJF.
Definitely.
I'd have Moxley retain. But how would you do the finish? Clean, or would you have
1, 2, 3? What's his finish? That DDT?
It's called the paradigm shift now,
one,
but it used to be the Dirty Deeds.
Doesn't even know where he's going. He's as bewildered as we are. Some mock trying to go up and get a quick selfie with him.
He's got to do a social distance selfie.
Oh, look at that. Whoa. Someone almost got tackled. He's making sure it looked like it was a younger guy.
Looked like a kid trying to get like a high five or something. Kid got tackled.
Well, that was nice of him to stop for a minute. I remember for all the flack that Shawn Michaels got, that happened, I think it was King of the Ring 97. A semi-challenged fan knocked over the barricade in his match with Steve Austin, and Shawn made sure that he got back to the seat okay. Shawn wasn't all bad even at his worst. And now the title is on the line, folks.
So you got Moxley as well, winning clean? My prediction is Moxley winning clean.
What would you do with MJF as the champion?
Well, Lance Archer just won that Casino Battle Royal, so I'm assuming
that'll be maybe the next big feud headed into.
Honestly, I would
Gateless Full Gear.
Archer versus Moxley would be pretty fun.
It would be, yeah. Be a blast.
Well, I'm not saying it'd be a 5-star match. I'm just saying
much more fun.
I'm just saying it'd be fun and different, you know? How many big guys does Moxley face? Even when he was in WWE, what's a big guy that he faced in size?
You're right.
He always faces guys like Seth Rollins, people like that. Have him face someone bigger. Give him a little challenge.
All right. Come on, take the coat off, brother. And it's lousy for those guys to have to go on at the end of a long show. They want to get their time in. They want to have a good match, but man, some of the other matches must have gone over, or they just overbooked the show.
Overbooked to high hell. I'll tell you that. They had a battle royal that went, 30 minutes? Are you kidding me? A battle royal.
Did it really go that long?
I would ask him, but he probably wouldn't know.
Oh, Gabe?
It had to have been at the very least, 25 minutes.
There he is. Calm down, Justin.
Take it easy. Take a Xanax. Slow ride. Take it easy, baby. I'd have Moxley win 1, 2, 3.
Small package, 1, 2, 3.
Well,
right
not
now.
A small package.
No, right now.
You might be dealing with the small package, but...
Well, that's what Linda used to say to me. But you don't have to embarrass me on the show. He wants that championship gold, baby.
Bryce Remsburg as the referee here.
Do
you think Wardlow gets involved? Do you think Otis should cash in?
Now, that would really surprise people if Otis tried to cash in.
Gimme. What do you think about his new? All right, I don't want to talk about WWE.
This is bad enough. We don't need to talk about WWE. I like the little 1 counts. That's nice. Look at this. Well, this says to me it's not going to be a quick one. I think AEW is going to have a hard time selling out Daly's place, even with 500 people let in. Jacksonville really isn't notorious as being a strong wrestling market.
I think the thing that's going to be in their favor is they're the first major wrestling company to have fans, especially in Florida. They have like no restrictions down there. And also another thing is that there hasn't been much of really any sports for fans at all. So I think a lot of those things are in their favor to get people in the building. Like I said before,
not sold out this coming week. I know that.
Like I said before, if I lived in Florida and I lived near there, even if it was within 2-3 hours, I'd go, because there hasn't been.
Look at
there it is. See,
Jake's had about enough too.
There hasn't been any wrestling shows for fans in how many months? All these fans, they just want wrestling. They don't care what it is, who it is, where it is. That's why you see all these small independent companies that are running outside events. They're all sold out everywhere because these fans have been deprived. Not even just wrestling fans, sports fans.
Sure, but they're running the same venue every week.
Still, I'd go to the same venue every week. I haven't been to a wrestling event. What was the last one I went to?
Probably that Raw and that SmackDown in Boston.
Yeah, that was what, the second or third last SmackDown of.
It was the last Friday in February. I remember that.
Yeah, and then I went.
Rastani caused mayhem. At
the last one I went to was the Raw.
You went to,
the Raw after that at the Barclays Center, which wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
they had pyro at that show, full for everyone too, which I thought was pretty interesting.
All right, come on, John. Look at that right there. Take it home, baby. Not too early for that one.
Johnny, be good. One. It's an oversell. Sure, you can mess this one up. Oh, God.
Action personified here in the main event of All Out 2020. I think I've seen Vicky Guerrero as many times in the crowd as I have seen her manage. Well, he's going to be singing a higher tune in the shower tonight. Or is he running for president? Is that his recycled 1995 WWF angle?
He is running for the champion of AEW. He wants
that's what he's running for. Okay.
He wants to be the leader, and he says Moxley's not fit to be champion, lead this company or whatever, and he's going to lead them into better whatever. And then he said, I guess he said something like, make AEW great again or something like that.
It's an original one. Sell those chops, brother. Let's see what the fans have to say on YouTube. What do we got?
I feel like I took one of my melatonins.
Intergender is trash.
Well, I don't know how that came up.
You guys should check out MJF versus Ashley Vox on YouTube. No, Rick, if it's one thing I hate in the world, it is intergender professional wrestling matches. Not to say that there aren't exceptions to have good ones now and then, but now that they're so overdone, it's just another thing that.
What about Sasha Banks versus Roman Reigns?
Please, will you stop? See the messages when they keep banging them out. Maria says MJF. MJF is like Gino Hernandez to 802 Blues. That is an old fan. 802 says he's the best heel in wrestling right now. Hackamy, I think I agree with you. This match is putting me to sleep already.
Speaking of putting to sleep, he's got a sleeper hold in, rolls over to,
And then
what
that
is
what?
this? What is this, Owen and Brett? Cross arm breaker, doesn't have it in. We haven't switched the stream once yet.
We haven't switched it?
Remember you said switching the...
Oh, I thought once it went from the pay-per-view to the from the
No, I think
show.
those are backup streams, like on
all right.
separate servers or whatever that they have
good.
kind of as a backup. Yeah, see, because it says switch server. I like MJF's ring gear.
Yeah, you know, I really feel like a true American watching this right now.
Yeah. It's just, there's really nothing happening. For a world title match, this does not feel like one.
At the end of a long night. And I didn't even see a lot of it.
I'm telling you, I think Wardlow might get involved. I don't know. I have a bad feeling that Wardlow's going to get involved. He's going to throw the pinky ring to MJF, and
You think the pinky ring is going to be the finish?
I don't know. Maybe he throws it to MJF. MJF drops it, and as he's going to pick it up, we get a paradigm shift for a 1, 2, 3. Right?
I can't see them putting their title on this guy.
No. Oh my God.
What? I'm trying to do 3 things at the same time, brother.
Try one at a time.
All right.
So Wardlow goes to throw the ring to MJF.
Yeah.
He drops it. As he goes to pick it up from the mat, he's already leaning down. John Moxley comes in and hits him with the paradigm shift.
DDTs him on his own ring?
Well, not on the ring, but just paradigm shifts him 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Unless there's a rematch, why get cute?
Just,
I know there's a lot of diehard AEW fans out there, but I have to continue to say, what a boring event this has been. Are any of you guys out there enjoying tonight's show? I'm kind of interested in that. If you are enjoying it, what do you like about it?
And why? I don't know. I want to talk to the people who think this is enjoyable. The AEW fanboys who are always giddy about all their stuff.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Oh, I get that part of it, but I want to know the
Man,
reasoning behind it. Some people, the reason why they love AEW is because they hate WWE. If the reason why you're going crazy about AEW is just because you hate WWE, come on, that's not a reason to love AEW.
If this was their main TV show, I would have changed the channel a long time ago. And that's a bad impression to get from a pay-per-view you're supposed to spend $50 on.
I tell you, Double or Nothing wasn't that bad.
What month was that?
May 23rd, I believe.
Wasn't that when they did that nonsense, though, on the football field?
That was the main event.
Yeah. More than enough for me.
The rest of it, I thought, wasn't that bad, but it's a lot better than this.
Garrison's had about enough in there. He's got to leave. Well, we're going to have to end the stream without you, brother. We appreciate the help. Please, leave it on the wide shot. And I'll text you my thanks later on.
Send me those pictures you took. All right.
What pictures?
He took pictures.
What up? All right, Gabe. Thank you, buddy.
All right, see you later.
Bye-bye.
Au revoir.
Even the director has left us. What more can you say at this point?
With the lights off, basically.
We're almost in complete darkness.
Watching an event that we both really just want to shut off.
But we're loyal to the fans that have stuck with us to watch this tonight.
And pro wrestling itself.
I am going to be all out as soon as the match is over. I'll tell you that much. Well, I like that spot. That was pretty good.
What do you do? I was cracking my
He
back.
kind of flung him into the corner with his arm upside down. Gabe wasn't expecting it to end anywhere near this late, and neither was I.
His mother gave him a go home.
He was looking forward to a fine meal tonight, as was I.
Looks like it might be a McDonald's on the way home type of drive.
You've given up on Fridays.
If they're open, I don't.
Well, they're open till 1.
Well, we better hope this main event.
Well, you know, this show might not be over at that point. They might want to get cute and reenact what NXT had this week.
Can you imagine if this was a 1-hour Iron Man match? I think both of us are tapping out at this point.
It's been a long day, a stressful day. I'm hungry, and Tony's coming back within a week. It's a lot to digest.
You barely slept last night, too.
And I slept awful last night, as you remember. 4:46, I sent a text message.
Oh my God, this is just unbearable. If the rest of the show wasn't that bad and it wasn't that long, I'd probably be more into this. But
I think they're trying to sell that he popped his shoulder out. He's trying to pop it back in on the turn. Oh, wait a minute. Well, it's just got a little more interesting for Dan Marotti. A crimson mask on MJF.
Busted open MJF re-entering the ring. Let me guess. The match is going to go 15 more minutes with him busted open. It's a deep cut. He's got a lot there.
No, he's earned my respect.
The Crimson Mask. Oh, God. Knee trembler. Oh. Inverted suplex. Here we go. 1, 2. It was a hard set.
It was a long 2.5 count.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Maria said goodnight to Gabe. Isn't that nice? Well, he's gone now, Maria. I'll text it to him later.
She put him over. But
Maria's one of our super fans here.
Here we go. What is this going to be? Oh. A Gotch neutralizer?
Jerry Lynn? What's going on?
It's a Gotch neutralizer. You know what I want to do for
Thanks for staying, guys. You know what, 802? For a good friend from Vermont, how could we leave you before the end of the night? Especially when it took us so long to even begin it.
Should we do a post show?
No. No. We'll do the post show. We'll do a live stream from Fridays on the iPhone. That'll be the post show.
Of us trying to forget this whole event even happened.
What happened tonight? There were a couple of lousy matches. There was a little blood, and the tag title match was all right. Other than that, I don't remember much.
And someone got thrown in a pool of mimosas.
I can't remember how we got the audio to work for the next time we do this.
Use the input on YouTube, I think you said.
Yeah. Giuseppe Scoops over there. A paisan. I really haven't seen much response. Are any of you guys liking this main event tonight? Or even just the show itself? Rick B., thanks for sitting through the torture pay-per-view, guys. Well, Rick, you're not wrong.
All right.
I don't think it's torture, but it's just not all that good.
It's torture. It's torture.
He's getting up again.
Yeah, I'm going to go grab my phone.
He wants his phone.
15 minutes. Over 15 minutes. For something that...
It is the main event, after all.
I get that, but when the rest of the show, each match was about a half hour.
Look, he's biting his head, and he's bleeding. Well, I don't know if that's the healthiest spot you'll see in this match, but they're going all at it. Hear it all out.
I can't get into this. That's why I said before, if the show was shorter, I'd get more into this match.
There's a difference having to do it because you kind of have to, as opposed to watching it because you want to enjoy it. This is kind of like we have to because we started it. And we don't want to end the mission without completing it.
I'm ready to just mission fail at this point. That's what I said. If I was home, I'd be watching baseball right now.
Who's playing?
Watching the Brewers lose on a walk-off against the Cleveland Indians. Losers.
At 11:40 at night?
Well, no, that was about an hour ago. But I would have watched that instead of this catastrophe.
I'm just happy I don't have to come to this TV studio tomorrow, and I don't think Monday. I can work from home.
Oh, God.
You know, when it comes to the camera work and the production angles that WWE uses, they got a long way to go.
German suplex. Lariat. 1, 2.
Moxley's doing a good job selling the arm. I'll give him that much.
Oh, my God. You know what I want to do for the rest of this match?
No.
What?
I have no idea. What would you like to do for the rest of the match?
Just play the Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do. I mean, I'd love to get into this match, but it's just when the rest of the show was just overbooked and just so long and drawn out and just bullshit. I can't get into the main event.
What time did it start? 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
Okay.
Well,
I guess maybe if I was expecting a 4-hour show, it wouldn't have been as bad. I was hoping we would have been out the door by
if you told me it was going to be,
11.
if you told me it was going to be 4 hours,
It was spit in his face with blood. I don't know.
If you told me it was going to, but the thing is, some of these matches that were long. Look at that 8-man tag match. That went how many minutes? Oh, that's right. The paradigm shift is banned in this match.
Why?
I have no idea.
It's biting the fingers. He can't even tap.
Someone said this match is really good. I was on Twitter, but
Start time was 7 o'clock, Guardian said. Was that for the pre-show or for the whole?
Pre-show was at 7. Main card was at 8.
How many pre-show matches did they have? Just one?
I think 1 because they moved 2 matches to the main show. That's why this thing is so long. Because they moved stuff to the main show. Yeah, because 7 o'clock was the buy-in.
Where they only have the 4 pay-per-views a year. It's like they try and get every single person they can on the events, which is good for the talent, but it's just sometimes for the fans.
That's what makes it
for a long night.
That's what makes it feel like any other Dynamite. Because if you have everybody who's on the roster on a pay-per-view, it just doesn't seem as special. When I can tune in on Wednesday and see everybody in a 2-hour span, and that's that. Instead of paying $50 to see something, I can see this Wednesday or the Wednesday after. Come on. So I don't know how.
His arms were injured.
Unless. Oof.
Could this be it? The heat seeker?
1. Unless Dean uses his old Dirty Deeds move.
Is there that much of a difference?
Remember the one he did when he was in the Shield and you would have him almost like in a headlock and he'd slam their head into the mat? Kind of like Bayley's finishing move. The newer but older one because she used it before WWE or when she just got in and then she just started using it again.
Vaguely. I just wish she'd dig into that bag of tricks and hit that finisher so the fans at home can rejoice in the event that was All Out 2020. Could this be him going over the top rope? Why not?
God.
Maybe not. No, it's coming back in. You see some shit. Oh, wait a minute.
White noise.
Not to be confused with Michael noise.
Whoa. Why did the ref stop before he kicked out?
There's been some slow 2.5 counts in this match.
What is the ref doing?
802 said for him it started at 5:30 on YouTube. You're more man than me, 802 Blues. All right, have the Blues.
Yeah, because that's when they were doing the AEW red carpet.
Yeah.
And they did that up until, oh my God. So this has basically been, well, like 7 hours. Oh my God.
But we didn't put it on until about 8, so it hasn't been as bad as for some of the folks.
I watched
home.
I watched a little bit of the pre-show.
I'm still waiting for someone on our stream to say I've really enjoyed it. I haven't seen anyone.
You're going to be waiting a while, I'll tell you that. Are you kidding me? You're this deep into a match and you're going to have Moxley do that? And this is what, I mean, the match hasn't been that bad.
No, I mean, both guys, they're working hard. I give them credit for that.
Oh, God. I just feel like the rest of the show takes away from the main event. And it sucks for these guys. I wonder how many people actually bought the pay-per-view but turned it off.
I can't imagine more than a handful.
I'm just saying.
If I'm going to spend $50, I'm going to watch the whole thing from beginning to end.
I know that.
No matter how bad it is.
I know that. I'm just saying, I wonder if there have been people that turned it off.
Good night, Irene. This could be it.
This is how he beat Brody Lee.
Did he?
Yep.
I remember that better than I do. But
that was at Double or Nothing. That was a very boring match as well.
Yeah, Brody Lee's run in AEW has been very underwhelming to me. I think they're missing the boat with his gimmick.
That's, is that? I don't know. Even Moxley's title reign, I particularly don't think it's that good. I think this might be his best title defense since he won it in February.
Did Jericho ever get a rematch?
I don't think so. Not that because I remember he faced Brody Lee. He won that. That was a very boring match. 1, 2. Oh my God. And then I remember, I don't know if it was at a pay-per-view. I believe it was on a regular Dynamite where they did Dean Ambrose versus Jake Hager in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And that was a very boring match. I don't know if it was Falls Count Anywhere or what, but I remember they were fighting all throughout the concourse and whatever. But that was a very boring match. His feud with Brody Lee, forgettable. He just hasn't had anything yet that I'm like, it's a good match. I mean, this match is pretty good for what it is.
Yeah, I mean...
oh, he dropped it. What did I say?
No,
throw the ring, drop it. And then the paradigm shift. What did I say? Throw the ring, drop it, hit the paradigm shift. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
You do the wrap up. I'm going to close it up upstairs.
All right. Well, as I said, how the match would end, Wardlow would throw the ring to MJF. MJF drops it. He was already looking for it on the ground. He gets hit with the paradigm shift. 1, 2, 3. But the ref didn't see it. The move was banned in the match. But as I said earlier, but I guess I'm whatever. But I booked a perfect ending to the match, right? Yeah, well, I got the ending to the match right, but still just a very, very boring show. A lot of matches that went way over time and some matches that really didn't need to be on the show. Could have just been on Dynamite. Some matches that I bet a lot of people didn't care for, but I like the main event for what it was. There's really no news or notes from the show because there was nothing, Moxley retained his. The only thing that's big is FTR beating Omega and Hangman Page for their tag titles. Everything else in the night was kind of just lackluster, in my opinion. But any other news or notes you guys want to talk about in the comments or whatever? I have nothing else to say about this show. We just gave the middle finger to Lance Archer, the Murder Hawk monster, So I'm telling you, that's going to be the next feud for the title. But I have nothing else to add to this very lackluster show. I'd probably give it a 4 out of 10. What would you give it? Hold up fingers. Dan gives it 4. Dan gives it a 4 out of 10 as well. Nothing really memorable from this show. Full Gear, it will be a little bit better in November. But as Dan says, yours, be well. Thank you for watching and engaging in the comments and whatever. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but out of our power. What are you going to do? But thank you everyone for watching. And I don't know what you usually say. Who's on Tuesday nights at 9? Tony. And then Marty's on Thursday nights at 9. And then Beefcake is on what, Saturday? Well, Clash of Champions is until the 27th. All right. Well, Beefcake's not till Sunday, the 27th. Yeah, it's over. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. I'm going to...